स्क्रीन तो यहाँ पे दिखेगी नहीं।
हाँ, मुझे तो मैं थोड़ा शेयर कर देता हूँ screen।
इसकी जगह पे।
So, good morning, everyone. Now we are going to start the presentations. There are the rules for the presentation will be like you have 5 minutes for the to present your work and 2 minutes for the question and answer. So I will request each and everyone to finish within the time limit. Okay. So our first presenter is Mr. Sachin Jagdale. So I request him to present his work.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good afternoon. Myself Sachin Jagdale, and my topic is independent component analysis based framework for accurate bearing, remaining useful life predictions. Along with my co-author, Dr. Vijay More, I am the presenter. I am from the IMS College of Engineering, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, Maharashtra. This is my outline content. First, introductions. That is, bearing is a vital component in the rotary machines. Whereas, if the bearing fails in the industry, there will be a again downtime is also increases, and the costing of the system is also going to be increased. So, the predictive maintenance or to estimate the remaining useful life is essential in the nowadays. Whereas, vibration analysis is widely used for condition monitoring for all over the where the bearing is going to be, and bearing is the center or heart of the component. There are first that is a PCA principal component analysis, which is having the limitations in capturing the hidden degradation traits. Whereas so the ICA, that is independent component analysis, which extract the independent and non-Gaussian fault features effectively. So research motivation and problem statements. Bearing failures increases the as we discussed, that is downtime, as well as it increases the maintenance cost. So traditional maintenance methods are insufficient to again to find the accurate remaining useful life predictions is essential for predictive maintenance. Principal component analysis has many hidden degradation informations, whereas vibration signals are noisy and non-linear or ghostly, whereas robust independent component analysis based prognostic frameworks are needed. Research gaps, whereas the existing methods is mainly which is depend upon the principal component analysis techniques, whereas principal component analysis cannot separate the independent degradation source. Vibration signals are already is having non-linear and non-Gaussian signals. So most studies focuses only on the fault detections, not on the accuracy. Whereas, so limited work is up till now is being done by using the independent component analysis based complete remaining useful life framework. Few comparisons are available still. Uh, so objective of the proposed work to develop an independent component-based prognostic framework, whereas I'm going to extract independent degradation features from a data set. Again, then constructing the health indicator using first independent component analysis, applying exponential moving average for noise reduction, using exponential degradation modeling, then estimate the accurate remaining useful life. We are validating this research by using comparing two algorithms, that is random forest and SVR modeling. So here the that is uh, raw vibration signals is being taken from the dataset, then pre-processing is being done, then PCA or ICA is of the extraction is being done, and then prognostic result is going to be analyzed. This is a comparison between the PCA and ICA, whereas PCA is orthogonal degradations capturing the maximum variance, whereas ICA is a statistically independent component in the data. In PCA, data is linearly correlated, whereas in ICA, signals are linear mixture of non-Gaussian independent sources. In result, health indication trait can be seen or it cannot be analyzed when the signals are overlapped. Whereas in principle, in independent component analysis provides the clear, sharper, and degradation trait. The mathematical modeling and the output that is principal component analysis. There are many number of components which is called as principal component analysis, whereas independent component analysis can be a one only. Whereas it and suitability for remaining useful life, it is a PCA PCA is good for linear trade with higher variance, whereas ICA is good for better for non-linear mixed source signal and uh, vibration data. I have for to analyze this one, I have chosen one dataset is a IMS bearing dataset which is available on online freely. It is Intelligent Maintenance Systems, which is collaborations with uh, Rexnord Corporations USA. It was designed for bearing fault detections and reading useful life predictions research using the real run to failure vibration data, where they have used four bearings on a motor. This dataset is consisting of sharp speed of 2000 RPM, which is driven by the AC motors with the rub belts, and it's a constant radial load of 6000 lps applied to the spring mechanism. Bearing were focused force and lubricant, whereas accelerometer is used for analyzing the vibrations of the bearing. There are three different datasets, whereas one dataset which is consisting of two accelerometer, and so it is generate 8 channel total, and 2 and 3 dataset is having one accelerometer per bearing, so 4 channel total, whereas all bearings were run beyond their design life, or we can say it is until they are going to be fault is going to be occur, till that time it is being run. So these are the set 1, set 2, and set 3. So total number of files is being mentioned, that is 2000 in first file, then 900 in second, and 4400 in third file. Then failure modes, which is also being offered, is also being mentioned. So then it is having a sample 2020 kilohertz, 1 second snapshot. So total 20,480 points are there. So after every 5 to 10 seconds, minutes, the reading is being taken. Then file format is ASCII. It is available online. Uh, then while doing experimental, the raw vibration signals processed and converted into a time domain. This is the representation of that signals. Then the CSV file uh, is being generated. That is feature is extracted from the dataset, that is mean, RMS, P2Ps, Q, tortoise, entropy, and so from this one, that is ICA. Uh, IC is being applied. Whereas health indicator generation, that is first IC extracted statistically independent component from the features. That is IC used health indicator and compare conceptually with ECA. Whereas this is for the first 625 cycles, it is being showing, that is the fitted degradation model, and the failure threshold is being decided. Later on, when the 2150 cycles is being applied, then how the trade is being look like is being mentioned. Then random forest algorithm is being applied, whereas this shows that is random forest trend is to classify condition early on normals, suspects, imminent failures. Confusion matrix shows the higher accuracy for ME, RMS, and R square. R square is around 0.096, which is closer to the 1, whereas RF stage is classified as very reliable as compared to SVR. SVR models is remaining useful as continuous numerical output, whereas its R square is very low, that is 0.49. The confusion matrix shows the responsible stage mapping, less accurate than the random forest. The model performance comparison, random forest achieve lowest error for the stage classifier, whereas SVR acceptable for the direct useful life for more variables, supports final framework choice. A final result of conclusion, this is a comparison of this uh, MAE, RMSE, and R square. So random forest shows much lower ME and RMSE, whereas SVR, whereas R square is of RF is closer to the 1, indicate excellent fit. SVR performs weak on this data set. So it's confirmed that random forest classifier is more suitable for the stage-wise health prediction. These are the references which are used for writing this paper. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Nice presentation. But I will ask you one practical question. That what is the practical applications of the software you have designed actually?
Practically. Actually, first of all, I'm working on a digital twin. First of all, I would like to just work on the data set which is available in the market. So I use this one data set. So even though I have two more algorithm I have applied on it, that is NG Boost is also applied later on, and also they check the result. So once that I have, actually I have up till now I have developed that much model. Later on, I'm designing one means practical setup, but this is having a complete life cycle, whereas they have run. But for my concern, I'm going to be doing this for the 6 months. Like I'm changing or using the bearing, which is having use for 5 years, use for 10 years, use for 15 years. So we may not be having that much of or authenticity. But whereas I'm also going to be trying to publish that paper on in either as the data set as a data set.
Okay,
But
this one is already published somewhere?
no, this work is never being published.
It's still going.
Yes, it is going.
In this conference, he was like, yeah.
Okay.
So I have seen, like, I'm just asking. I have seen there are sometimes one bearing will run for 10 years or
Yes,
20 years,
yes.
and that same bearing will be having some fault within 2 or 3 days. So how you are accounting those things?
Yeah, that is sometimes yes. Actually, there one more slide they mentioned that in manufacturing defect also there is chances, but very less chances are there in manufacturing defect. Even the lubrication problems are also there, but again there is less. But is an assumption that that is for average life of the bearing is around 10 years approximately.
Okay.
And most of the time that bearing is life is going to be ended only analyzed by just vibrations, whereas it is going to be having vibrations. So mostly it is being done by the vibration analysis. So I'm focusing on that. Thank you.
Very good.
Thanks.
So next, हाँ? हाँ, ये ऑफलाइन आपका है एक्चुअली 80 ना
This one is 18.
सर आपका 80 था ना पेपर
Yeah, this is
which PPT 25 so my so बैठ जाइए नहीं बैठ जाइए यार आपके लिए हाँ हाँ ये तो
February 25.
हाँ so you have 5 minutes to complete your presentation then 2 minutes for the same.
So, good afternoon, everyone. My topic for today's presentation is mapping social collaboration in fintech for bibliometric analysis. The outline of presentation is introduction, review of literature, methodology, results, conclusion, and summary. So basically, the financial sector has undergone a very significant revolution due to technology. And due to technology, there is greater efficiency, transparency, accountability. More and more digital revolution has given us new business models for finance. So review of literature basically talks about the fintech field, which basically began in early 1990s when the internet wasn't boom. At that time, basically the evolution took place, and it can be divided into three phases, which starts from financial globalization to modern fintech startups and then digital innovations. So my research methodology is firstly we use the word fintech to search in Scopus database. There were around 8,000 publications. We then changed the subject areas to economics, business management, social sciences, language English, publication type final, and document type article. So basically, we had 3,300 articles for bibliometric analysis, and we used BiblioShiny, RStudio, and WordSphere for this analysis. Results and discussions. When we talk about the countries, the country that is shown with the dark blue has the maximum number of publications. So China has the highest scientific production in this area, followed by USA, Indonesia, and India. And we can also see that there are various countries which are shown in gray, where this field is not very common, and still research needs to be done for those countries. Second part was production over time, which revealed that initially there were very limited financial technology publications, and rapid growth could be seen during 2023 and 2024. Then we had most cited countries. China again recorded the highest total number of citations, which are around 13,304, followed by Germany. India had comparatively low average citations, which showed that research in India can be improved in terms of quality and impact. Though we have greater number of publications than Germany and
UK, but still India is falling behind. The analysis of author's country. This highlights basically the corresponding author's country. SCP shows single country and MCP shows multiple country, where more than two countries are involved. So when we talk about multiple country collaborations, Malaysia has the highest proportion as per the data revealed. Then we are talking about co-authorship analysis. Co-authorship analysis means where we are trying to identify which countries collaborate with other countries. So we can see that countries like China, US, UK, and India show significant collaboration links. In total, 85 countries were there and 8 clusters were formed, which are shown with different colors, showing that global collaboration on financial technology studies is being done. Then we try to analyze co-authorship analysis, which shows very small group of authors who are correlated to each other, very small number of active authors and very less number of clusters. And again, the cluster had less number of authors, means only 4, 5 collaborations were. So the conclusion of the study came out to be that the integration of technology in finance has given a revolution. Traditional services need to be changed and online things need to be adopted. But when we talk about the publications, though it has increased, but the quality and impact we are not able to see. Secondly, China, US, UK, Indonesia are still ahead of India in case of financial technology. So we need to talk about how can we move ahead. International collaboration is necessary for India. India is lacking MCP and collaboration also. So, rich literature is available, but when we talk about India, we need to focus more on quality so that accordingly government policies and schemes can be tricked. These are some of the references.
I have seen like most of the presentations, you just put all the references on the last slide. So how I will know like from which reference you have taken this, you have taken this, these. So it
These are not
like
from references, sir. This is my study. References I could have written over here. That is okay.
yeah,
Your point
that's
is
all.
okay. Yeah, that I could have
So
written.
like it is a
You
common
have to indicate that number one, and then at the last you can indicate
Yeah,
that is
yes,
and it will
yeah,
be easy for us.
yes,
easy for everyone, and this
Yeah.
is the common practice. Like if you are
yes.
presenting
That's
somewhere,
right.
like
Yeah,
it
that
is
is
the
right. That it
common
is. The
practice.
citation should
Yeah.
be.
So, what are the role of fintech in India? Like, how it is?
Sir, the technology is being adopted by individuals, but
Mm.
since we have digital divide, since internet access is not proper in
Now it is everywhere. I don't think any country has better internet infrastructure than India.
no, sir, but the divide is very huge. The problem is not about giving them internet. The problem is teaching them how to use it and making them comfortable to use also because they are not ready to use. In rural India,
सब गांव से ही आते हैं ना?
Yes, yes, yes.
जैसे मैं गांव से हूँ ठीक है
जी
मैं रूरल रूरल क्या मैं सबसे जो बिल्कुल बेकार वाले गांव होते हैं उनमें हूँ वहाँ। मेरे जो चाचा और वो हैं, काफी एज्ड है वो यूपीआई और वो यूज कर रहे हैं सारे लोगों की तो मतलब आई डोंट नो ये किताबों वाला वो मैं जस्ट आई एम आस्किंग प्रैक्टिकल थिंग
तो ये सर शायद स्टडी नहीं हुई है
नहीं
प्रॉपर रूरल
हाँ
एरियाज की शायद ये
वही
प्रॉब्लम है कि अर्बन की स्टडीज हुई है तो अर्बन का डेटा अच्छा दिख रहा है और रूरल में शायद स्टडीज नहीं आ पाई तो इसलिए रूरल का डेटा नहीं दिख रहा है क्योंकि
वो
जो
दैट इज द थिंग आई थिंक like those who are doing this kind of studies they
रिसर्च
told
है
because I have seen many like if you also if you will go in the rural area then you will also see from like in front of your eyes that even
Okay.
a uncle of like 80 70 years
Yeah,
he is using UPI okay and reels and all these things
no, reels they use.
yeah
UPI also they
you
might be using. But when we talk about digital banking services, they
many
do show
people are
use.
using like many
Okay.
people like
So might be the
huh,
studies are
that
lacking
that
in rural
I am
India
sure
then.
like whatever you are showing now that is correct. In urban areas it is more, but rural area is still less. But people are using
Utilize. So might be the study should focus towards rural
it.
India also. That would contribute.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, आ जाओ भाई. इनका लगाओ. शेयर कर दो. मैसेज सेंड कर दो. शेयर करने के ये डाउनलोड से वो तो भाई माइक में sorry, just continue. Sakshi na? We are not even what Sakshi said.
Okay. Very good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sasha Saraf, and I'm presenting a paper mapping the convergence of organizational strategies and AI, a bibliometric analysis, co-authored with academicians of IPS Academy, SGSITS, BMCC Pune, and Dayanand Sagar University. I would like to start with a big picture that AI is no longer just a technology story, but it is reshaping organizational decisions and its strategy plan. Earlier, organizations used to make decisions on the basis of SWOT analysis, quotas, five forces, resource-based views, but those are evolving with AI-driven insights, and there is a huge spike in publications since 2019, yet there is no systematic mapping of it. So our study defines where is this field heading, who heads it, and what themes are dominating. So we have collected our data from Scopus database related to AI and organizational strategy publications. The tools we have used is Bibliometrics and BiblioShiny from RStudio for analyzing keyword co-occurrence network, thematic maps, author timelines, country collaboration map, and three dimensions of author, country, and keyword plots. This used walk-track clustering algorithm that identifies thematic communities. So the first and foremost finding of R is co-occurrence of network. The main theme relates according to stick with artificial intelligence. The orange cluster shows AI in decision making, innovation, and adoption. The green cluster depicts information management, ethics, and business change, whereas the R cluster the red cluster depicts machine learning, IT, this is digital transformation, and the most interesting is the blue cluster, which is emerging field currently, that is generative AI and large language models. The smallest cluster is purple, which depicts adversarial and contrastive learning. The second is thematic map. We have found that AI and machine learning is the highly central and well developed area. The emerging theme is generative AI and LLM that is growing very fast. Whereas surprisingly, we have found strategic management and organizational learning in the lower quadrant. Our second finding is that author production over time there was barely any publication before 2019 in the Scopus, whereas this publication spiked in year 2024 to 2025. The top cited author was Agrawal A. He has written a paper on digital twin in the year 2022. And AI, artificial intelligence, is the most dominated keyword in this topic, in this area. And generative AI is the fastest growing theme currently. In our third and foremost finding, we have found the country collaboration network. where we have surprisingly found many clusters, but they are not connecting. Whereas India is the hub for the publication connecting UAE, UK, Canada, South Africa. Australia bridges Brazil, France, Malaysia, and Singapore. US and Germany forms a strong bilateral ties. In three-dimension plot of author, countries, and keywords, we have found US leads the publication output, whereas India associated with generative AI research and American researchers dominate this connection. Overall, this conclusion, we have found three main things: that artificial intelligence is the undisputed center of research landscape, generative AI and LLM, that is large language model, is the fastest rising theme, and there is fragmentation in global collaboration. There are countries like Africa and South Asia which are not into so much in the research related to AI and organization strategies. Thank you for your attention. We believe that this research is the comprehension of AI and organizational strategy mapping up to the date.
Ma'am.
It's a nice presentation. Thank you. But I will ask why you study this type of work actually. This is my field. So it was.
It is
No,
your
no,
field.
that is
What
the
is the
purpose
use?
actually. There should be some logic. Okay, so the what we have found out will help three groups. First, researchers, as we have found that generative AI and LLM is the emerging field. अभी उसमें publications are very less, but there is huge scope that वो अपना original work लेकर आए. Second, institutions, as we have found that Africa and South Asia, uh, their research output is very low. So we require it will help institutions that they should do the research investment there so that they could collaborate with the global. Third thing, it will help business leaders, those leaders who wants themselves to up to the date, so they'll know where AI is heading in organizational strategy and around the management. So it will help these three institutions. So our research is useful. Okay, then I'm going to publish the was in international journal. What you are planning actually? Because you want to, it is published. Yes, it's already published. Yes, it's already published in conference proceeding. And now we have is the internationally available in this one? Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And as we have found that generative AI and LLMs के publication very limited, so our next publication will be related to it so that we could target more good journals. Okay. Please thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now I request paper ID number 20 to please share your slides and um, what is the name of paper ID? Paper ID number 20. Uh, okay. Assessing the impact of digital financial services on sustainable investment flow, a bibliometric analysis. Paper ID 20. I think he's not present. So next is paper ID 60.
Sure, sir. Sir, good afternoon. I'm here. Just give me 1 minute to share my screen.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm unable to share my screen.
Can you open your video?
Yeah, ma'am, sure.
So she needs to share the screen. You should share your screen like there is a.
Yeah, sir. Just give me 1 minute. So, is it visible?
Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah, it's visible now. just make it full
Yeah,
screen.
sure, sure. Just give me a moment.
Excuse me, sir. My paper ID is 185. 185. After how many papers, I got the chance to present?
185. So we are at 60. So let's see. There are two more before you.
I think already this is the fifth presentation. No, that's sir.
Yes, but all of them is before you only. Your number is eighth number.
Sir, I
Okay.
log in from the very starting, sir.
So actually, what is the thing? Okay, let's just finish. Let's later finish. We will see. Okay. Poonam,
Okay,
just
okay.
start your presentation. We can see
Sure,
your
sir. Thank
slides.
you. Sure, sir. So thank you so much, and very good afternoon to everyone present here. And the title of my presentation is Emotional Intelligence and Resilience for the Sustainable Digital Futures in Gen Z. And so before I start my presentation, I would like to give you a brief picture or the background introduction. Why I chose this topic, as we all know, like Gen Z, we all know it's a generation Gen Z, which is like who took birth between 95 to 2010, and they are the native like digital natives who has a more digital exposure in the digital environments. Like they are more exposed to the connectivity and they have virtual interactions in the AI mediated communication. So the same has been given them the challenges as well. Challenges like emotional fatigue, the stress, psychology, screen fatigue, online pressure, and there's a reduced face-to-face interactions, which also reduce the human interaction. So so along with the AI mediated communication, that has also given the digital stress among the Gen Z, which is my targeted audience of my study. And so my paper actually revolves around the three major constructs, which is like the resilience. The second one is emotional intelligence, and the third one is the digital sustainable digital future. So as I have mentioned here, the rapid expansion of AI mediated communication has transformed the generation Z, how they interact, how they learn, and how they work. So definitely digital technologies, we cannot survive without the digital technologies nowadays. We cannot even assume. But apart from including or improving the connectivity or the efficiency, it has also given the fatigue, stress, and the reduced human connection. So my research and my paper emphasize that resilience and EI together will give or promote the digital like sustainable digital future. That is what my paper focus on. So if we move ahead, the objective of my study is to study the role of AI in the digital environment and to analyze the resilience among my targeted audience, that is Gen Z. And my study actually focus on AI and resilience as a key psychological enablers for sustainable digital adaptation, because everywhere we talks about the AI adoption, AI transformation, but we don't talk about the side effects and how we can cope up with that. That is what my study focus on. So the problem statement is that there's a lack of integrated understanding between the AI resilience plus the digital sustainability. And there's a limited focus on, I know AI is a very common term, but how to use it in the AI mediated environment, that is what the focus is. And basically the existing research focus on AI adoption, as I mentioned, the digital transformation, but no one talks about the integration. And the we talks about the efficiency, the automation, but what about the integration with the human sustainability? If both the things together works, then they will promote the digital sustainability future. So the technological advancement alone cannot, what my paper focus on, that technological advancement is of course necessary, but cannot alone ensure the sustainable digital futures without the emotional sustainability. So this is what my framework, the theoretical framework I proposed in my study. So here, emotional intelligence we all know, but it has a certain sub constructs also, like self awareness, empathy, emotional regulation, and social skills. By understanding emotional intelligence and adopting it in the AI mediated communication, that will somehow helps in the resilience means the adaptation and the coping ability, the stress tolerance, and the growth mindset. So when these two things together works, that will further encourages the sustainable digital futures. Now what do you mean by sustainable digital futures? That like we talks about the innovation, we talks about the adaptation, but the sustainable digital future means that where the environment which not only talks about the efficiency and the innovation, but also talks about the emotional well-being, ethical technical use, and the long-term psychological sustainability. That is what my this framework proposes. And the next one is the methodology which I took to study this the all over the studies, the SLR, which is systematic literature review, where I have used the Prisma 20 guidelines, and this is what I have used in my systematic literature review. And it was basically the thematic and the conceptual analysis, where I took the study of I took the study from 20 to 25 and the Prisma approach. The findings of my study says that yes, definitely, it has divided into 3 and 4 segments, where it talks about the emotional intelligence, like how it will help. That emotional intelligence will help in improving the sympathy, the empathy part, the digital adaptation part, and improves the communication and the overall emotional regulation part. And if I talk about the resilience, resilience will definitely help in maintaining that adaptation, the what we can say, I'm so sorry, the coping ability and the psychological strength. And if I talk about the humans, it actually my studies talk about the not only the technological
Nice. Integrated energy. Five.
it talks about actually
Fourth year.
I'm
Fourth
so
year.
sorry. I am feeling a bit.
5 years.
I have a throat problem. So my framework promotes the human-centered digital transformation rather than talks about just technologically central transformation. So that is what my finding supports my study, and the conclusion and the future scope is that my study promotes and encourages that AI and resilience are the future skills which will definitely work with the sustainable digital futures and on the emotional well-being part, because when technology and human systems work together, they promotes the digital sustainable digital futures. And the future scope is, this is what the conceptual framework, where I've used the SLR, the Prisma techniques to create the conceptual framework. Now in the future studies, it will be validated through the empirical studies. And if I talk about the core summary, the future of digital transformation depends not only on the intelligent technologies, but also on the emotionally intelligent and resilient individuals. And thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So I have one question, like a general question. How this AI is affecting
Sure.
the intelligence of the like new generation, Gen Zs, and what are the effects? Have you studied anything about that?
Sure, sir. Yes, yes, definitely, sir. Sir, actually, I'm studying, as I mentioned, here I have not mentioned the digital stress part, but in my actual study, I'm now testing it, the digital stress part, that how AI mediated communications are affecting. So, as we all know, we all are actually virtually exposed and in the environments. So, there are a lot of constructs, sub constructs. I'm studying the FOMO, I'm studying the comparison culture, I'm studying the fatigue, the comparison culture. So, with that measurement, we'll get to know ki how these things are affecting. But yes, definitely they are in the FOMO, they are in the comparison culture, the screen fatigue, and they have a comparison pressure all over, whether we talks about the professional or we talk about the personal life. So that is what I'm studying, and then I'll promote the future workshops and future learning modules to help them to cope them.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Uh, nice presentation. So you can
Thank you so much.
leave, like you can stop the present your
Sure, sir.
sharing. Yeah. So
Sure, sir.
next is paper ID 88.
Sir, I'll share my screen.
Yeah.
So, is my slide visible?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. It's visual.
Okay. So, today, good afternoon to all,
Please
one and all
make it
present.
full screen.
Yes, I have done full screen, sir.
We are not able. Wait.
I did it. Just a minute. Shoot.
Till
What
now
is
we are
happening?
not able.
Just a minute, sir. I'm trying to do it. Now, is it visible?
As visible, but it's not full screen.
No,
So
no,
just
full
continue
screen.
in this mode only. Just continue.
Okay, okay, sir. Good afternoon to one and all present here. Today, our presentation topic, research topic is artificial intelligence and finance of bibliometric analysis, and my other two co-authors are Dr. Ruchi Singh Maurya and Dr. Vanita Ramchandani. Um, if we talk about the introduction part of it, why we have taken up this, why map AI in finance? As we all know that artificial intelligence is transforming the finance sector in multiple ways, including algorithmic trading, fraud detection, customer service automation, risk management, and regulatory compliance. Even though there is a rapid growth of publication, there is still limited understanding of the dominant research theme, international collaboration structure, and the maturity of this research field. So most previous studies either focus on narrow subdomain or use outdated database before the recent generative AI surge. So our study attempts to fill this gap by mapping the conceptual, intellectual, and social structure of AI finance research. And there are three basic questions, three research questions to it. What are the top keywords and dominant conceptual themes in AI finance research? How do countries collaborate?
Dr. Namrata, we
Yes,
are
sir.
not able to see your moving slides. Now,
Now,
it is visible.
oh, I'm so
You are-
sorry. So there are three basic questions that what are the top keywords and dominant conceptual themes in AI finance research? How do countries collaborate in this field and which nation have as central hub? And what thematic cluster emerge from the literature and how mature are they? So these are the three basic questions. When we look at to the review of literature, there are three important research gaps that we have identified. Earlier bibliometric study had a narrow scope and mainly focus on specific subdomain such as fintech or blockchain rather than providing an integrating mapping. Second is most studied covered data up to only 2021 or 2024. After that, the data till 2026 were not taken. And the third research gap is that early studies rarely examine thematic maturity, meaning whether the field has developed stable and mature research core. So our study attempts to address all these three gaps. Methodology that we have followed is Prisma, and we have collected data from Scopus database using the research query, that is artificial intelligence and finance or AI and finance. And our search was restricted to title, abstract, and keyword, and relevant subject area, English language, article type, and we obtained a full database of 866 articles covering period from 1990 to 2026. And we have also gone for co-occurrence analysis, collaboration network, thematic mapping, and factorial analysis through BiblioShiny, which is based on bibliometric R package. If we look at the data set at a glance, there are 866 articles, as I told. Annual growth rate was 5.1, indicating increasing academic interest into it. The average number of co-author per document is 6.04, reflecting strong collaborative research behavior. And the additional, what we can say is 27.6% international co-authorship across 446 sources were found. And the top author keywords, if we look into, is artificial intelligence, machine learning, fintech, decision making, decentralized finance, and sustainability. International collaboration network, the two central hubs were identified, and that was China and UK. When we talk about in terms of these countries, connect multiple research clusters across region and play a central role in knowledge exchange. Most countries, other countries, if we see, form smaller collaborative groups around these hubs. So the key insight, if we see the concentration of collaboration around China and UK, it states that greater participation from underrepresented regions could improve theoretical diversity and global inclusiveness in future research. That is the key insight that we have found. The key word co-occurrence, there were two thematic themes. If we look at to the red cluster, it more focuses on the machine learning, neutral network, deep learning, sentiment analysis, and decision support system, which is more focusing and representing the technical and methodological foundation, whereas the blue cluster is connected with the finance application to do with the blockchain, digital finance, sustainable finance, and financial inclusion. The thematic map indicates that we have observed that AI and fintech and decentralized finance appear as a core theme with high centrality but relatively low density. This means that these themes are important and central to the field but are still evolving and not yet fully mature. Interestingly, no motor theme were identified, though this suggests that AI finance research is still fragmented and developing rather than consolidated into stable research core. Pictorial analysis demonstrate us that on the left side, if we see, we observe methodological themes such as machine learning and computational techniques, and on the right side, we find that application-oriented themes such as decentralized finance and advanced financial system. So we can say that finance acts as a bridging domain connecting technological innovation with practical financial application. Key finding versus the prior literature, if we see, our results also confirm earlier study by identifying machine learning, deep learning, and fintech as dominant theme. China also emerged as a leading contributor, consistent with the prior research, but underdeveloped is still no mature thematic core have been yet developed. So still there is a wide scope and for the future research and researchers should concentrate on. Unlike earlier studies, we have found that the field still lack mature motor theme, indicating ongoing evolution and fragmentation. The major thing that we have found is lying into integrating the conceptual, intellectual, and social mapping using the most updated data extending through 2026. So we can conclude that AI finance research is growing steadily and becoming increasingly collaborative at international level. The field is currently structured into two interconnected clusters, that is technical AI method and financial application. However, thematic maturity is still limited, indicating that the field remains in a developmental stage. So the future research that could be done, future scope of research may be multi-data study, multi-linguistic data set, integration of bibliometric and qualitative review method, and deeper focus on explainability AI, ethical governance, and sustainability. So these areas are likely to shape the next phase of AI finance research. Thank you, sir.
Nice
Hello.
presentation. And I have one curious actually. So, how we compared this data actually? Means you have only used that AI only or other application also?
No, AI only, which those papers which had only AI as their title, AI and finance.
Okay, but it's already reported. You are saying that it's already so many papers reported. Then why you are using AI only? You can also use other application and
So
compare
they were,
your data.
looking into all these things. Still, it is developing. There are only two clusters and two countries who are major collaborators. Still, there is a scope which is evolving, and after these papers were more till 2026, if we see after generative AI, still there is a scope to include many other things to it. So where the clusters are concentrated, which country, which area, which themes. So still the core theme is not yet developed. So still there is a need to take all these things into consideration for future studies.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. You can like stop presenting.
Yes, sir. Just
Next is paper ID 160.
Yes, sir. I'm presenting.
Yes, share your slides and check the
Is it visible, sir?
yeah, it's visible. Just
Is my slide visible, sir?
Yeah, it's
yeah, it's visible. Just remove
Okay.
it. Like,
Just a second, sir. Shall I start?
yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Ruchi Singh Maurya from V. Namad, South Gujarat University, Surat. Along with my co-authors, Dr. Namrata Khatri and Dr. Vinita Ramachandani, I am presenting our conceptual paper titled Performance Driven Digital HRM, a holistic model integrating AI centric HR, digital employee experience, and innovation outcomes. Since organizations are rapidly adapting AI, analytics, and other digital HR technology, however, the HR transformation often remains fragmented. Even the existing studies focuses mainly on three separate areas, that is AI or data-centric HRM, digital employee experience, and strategic HR evolution. Additionally, the cultural factors, especially in high context environment like India, where the unspoken hierarchy of trust and relationship often defines the workplace behavior, are overlooked. So, the present study addresses the need for an integrated and human centric digital HR framework that connects these disconnected streams and explain how digital HR can ultimately improve organizational performance. So, based on the extensive literature review, the three separate streams in digital HRM were identified. The first stream is AI data centric HRM, which focuses on the use of AI, analytics, etc., in HR functions to improve decision making and efficiency. Second is digital employee experience, which examines how employees perceive and interact with the digital systems in HR. And the third is strategic HR evolution, which emphasizes digital HR's role in innovation, agility, and competitive advantage. Although each stream is well developed, the literature lacks a framework that integrates all these three streams. So, the present study addresses this fragmentation by proposing a framework called Integrated Digital Renaissance HRM based on the two well established theories. The first is the technology acceptance model, which explains how employees adapt AI enabled HR system when they perceive them as useful and easy to use. This acceptance then creates a positive digital employee experience. The second theory is social exchange theory, which explains how positive digital experience generate trust, commitment, and reciprocity. These behaviors then translates into strategic outcomes such as innovation, agility, and employee retention. In simple terms, the framework follows a progression: AI-enabled HR, digital employee experience, and then strategic performance outcomes. The key contribution of the paper doesn't lie only in identifying these three streams individually, but the novelty lies in the theoretical pathway that connects all three through technology acceptance model and social exchange theory. Based on the framework, we propose four testable propositions also. The first is the technology acceptance model positively moderates the relationship between AI-centric HRM and digital employee experience. The second is reciprocity mediates the relationship between digital employee experience and strategic HR outcome. Third is both theories in combination is strengthen the cluster integration. And the last is social exchange theory influences amplified in high context cultures like India, where the relationship defines the work dynamic. The study also proposes the five actionable pillars to make the framework actionable. The first is leadership and governance, which ensures ethical AI adoption and support. The second is flexible digital tools, which ensures usability and security. Engaging digital employee experience, which improves trust and engagement. Innovation loops, which supports continuous learning. And last but not the least is change and resilience leadership, which helps in a smooth transition or the transformation. So theoretically, the paper or the study integrates three fragmented digital HRM streams into single framework, which it also demonstrates how the two theories, that is technology acceptance model and social exchange theory, jointly explain digital HR transformation. Practically, it guides HR leaders to move beyond just technology adoption and focus on employee-centric implementation for sustainable outcomes. In conclusion, the paper proposes IDR HRM holistic roadmap. Along with that, the central conclusion of the study is technology adoption alone cannot help organization achieve the sustainable performance. To achieve the same, there is a need for synergy between technology, employee experience, and strategic alignment. Future studies may validate this framework by empirical researches. These are some of the references. Thank you.
So nice presentation, ma'am. So I have one question. Like you have seen in many places, there are employee harassment in these kind of things. So how AI can help them in those cases?
See, in my study, what I have focused, see, harassment is there, I agree. But if you increase the digital employee experience, there is a need for the HR professional to act as a strategic partner. They should help them, they should ensure the usability, they should ensure the security also. And if training is needed, they should ensure that also.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Nice presentation. So you can stop
Thank you.
the sharing. And next is paper ID 185. Paper ID
Hello.
185.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please,
I'm
ma'am,
present.
share your slides.
Yes, sir.
मैंने तो देखी है तुम देखो speed bus चलाएगा. So, ma'am, your slides are
Sir,
visible. Please make it full screen.
just a second, sir. Sir, now is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible, ma'am.
Okay, okay, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, very good afternoon to one and all. My research paper title is The Impact of Financial Digitization on the Profitability of Indian Bank, an empirical analysis. As financial digitization has emerged as a key driver of transformation in the
थोड़ा सा
banking
employee
sector,
services में आ जाए.
the adoption of digital technologies such as internet banking, mobile banking, digital payment, UPI, and card based transaction has significantly changed the way financial services are delivered and consumed. So, this paper basically explored the impact of digitization on the banking sector performance, especially focused on how digital payment influence ROA, that is return on investment of banking sector. The study used regression model to analyze the data from 2012 to 2024, examining how the volume of digital transaction affect banking performance.
तो मैं नहीं पढ़ सकता.
Our main objective of this paper is to investigate the impact of key financial transaction indicators, especially total retail electronic clearing volume and total card payment volume on ROA for the year 2012 and 2024. We try to identify how the change in electronic clearing and card payment transaction volume influence banking profitability.
2 minutes वाले.
For testing this, we have framed two hypotheses. First is the to identify the impact of total electronic clearing volume on ROA, and the impact of total card payment volume on ROA. So one is the null hypothesis, another is the alternative hypothesis is framed to test the two hypotheses. The research methodology we have I already discussed that we have taken the data for the period of 2012 to 2024, and this data has been taken from the NPCI site, and the retail digital payment represent electronic clearing and card payment, and electronic clearing include ECS both debit credit and the national fund transfer NEFT and IMPS services and National Automated Clearing House and UPI, that is Unified Payment Interface. And total card payments include both credit and debit cards. Our the statistical test we use is autocorrelation check. For autocorrelation check, Durbin Watson test will be applied to assess the presence of autocorrelation in the regression residue. A value is very close to 2 indicate there is no significant autocorrelation, which suggests the residue are independently distributed, which satisfy the assumption which is required to apply the regression model. And before applying this model, we apply the log transformation to the value in order to stabilize the variances in the value. And uh, uh, and to check the hypothesis, we use the t-test value and p-value and see how much change is occurred due to this transaction. R square and adjust R square value has been considered. So after applying the log, to we get two variable: log total retail electronic clearing volume and total card payment volume. So this is our regression table. After applying test, we got this result. The coefficients of both the variable is 0.6563 and minus 1.1392, and t value is p value is less than 0.05. It means there is both the variables significantly impact the ROA. So after applying this model, this is the analysis of the result. The model R squared value is 0.911. It means 91.9% of the variation in ROA is explained by this two payment volume. So if there is any change in the in both the indicated, this much change has been reflected in ROA, and adjusted R square 0.892, which tell us that model is reliable even after adjusting for the number of variables used. The coefficient for log total retail electric clearing volume is 0.6563. This means that each unit increase in retail electronic clearing volume, ROA expected to increase by 0.6563, assuming all the factor remain constant. P value is 0.00, which is very low, indicate there is a significant relationship between both the variables. That is total retail electronic clearing volume and ROA. The second variable is total card payment volume, where we are getting a negative coefficient. This means that for each unit increase in card payment volume, ROA is expected to decrease by 1.1392, assuming other factors are unchanged. The p value is 0.00 again, which is less than 0.05. There is a significant impact of total card payment on ROA. Zuckerberg statistics is 0.482 and p value is 0.089. Again, this is used whether our data satisfied all the assumption or not, which indicate the residuals are normally distributed, which is the precondition for applying the regression test. So in other words, we can say there is no significant skewness and abnormality in the distribution of error. And Durbin Watson is 2.952, indicating no significant correlation among the residual. Again, this is also satisfied as our assumption before applying the models. So we conclude that the results show that retail electronic clearing volume positively impact RO card as a negative effect. Might be this is due to the higher card, suggesting that higher card transaction volume may lead to increasing cost or risk, affect profitability. This highlighting varying impact of digital card payment method on financial performance. So the overall study stressed the importance of bank to manage the digital payment system effectively, and for the policymaker to support the digital transformation to foster the economic growth in India.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
Thank you.
actually,
Yeah.
is this your first presentation?
First presentation in a sense.
Okay. Actually, I have some suggestion for you. Actually, you have the good data is there in your presentation, but if you can tabulate in a good form, then it will be easy for everyone.
Ma'am, you want to see the data? I have a slide. If you want to see, I can show you the data
If you
also.
can write in your table form, then you can explain. Then it will be very easy, and it should be in tabular form. It will be very
One
easy.
slide I already meant. Ma'am, just a minute, just a second. We mentioned the result in the previous chapter. Just uh, is it visible, ma'am?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. Just a minute. This is in the form of, this is the result, ma'am. Here the result shows the coefficient value also, t value also, and p. So mainly we see the whether our hypothesis is accepted or not with the help of p-value. So this is the analysis which is given for this table. So we have here mentioned the result in the form of tabular form.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Yeah, it was a nice work. Okay, so please,
Thank you. Thank you.
I request next participant, paper ID 207. Kindly share your slides and start your presentation.
Sure, sir. I'm here. I'll just share.
Yeah, your slides are visible now, or just make it full screen. Yeah, please continue.
Good afternoon, everyone. So today I'm going to present on paper impact of multisensory cues on purchase intention of online shopping, a mediation model of pursuit trust. I'm a research scholar of Reva University and my guide Dr. Ramya Yu from Reva Business School. So, the getting into the multisensory cues, as we know that India is growing rapidly, around 150 millions of e-commerce users are there. So this has been penetrated that online shopping usage is high. So I have done a quantitative study with the 428 online fashion shopper users in India. So to know the relationship between how this multisensories like visual, auditory, and gustatory will be impacting on the mediating role of perceived trust and among the fashion shoppers. So, coming to the review of literatures, 50 scholarly studies have been taken from the various database like Scopus, Emerald, and all these things to know and see the how the strategies and marketing entries by the fashion industries, and also study selections on the some publications are also taken from the last 5 years to know that, and also detailed quality evaluation is done for the rigorous to know the theoretical background and as well as the SOR model to understand more. And also 35 high quality scholarly articles are also taken into the consideration for the theoretical foundation of the study. So what is a major gap is identified is, so most previous studies are visual sensory cues are studied, but with the AI personalization independently has been taken into the consideration here. That was a limited research was integrated in the multisensory cues, considering the online shopping in the fashion shopping. So existing literature also shows the impact of technology on purchase behavior with that TAM model, technology acceptance model is also studied to know the mediating role of perceived trust remains underexplored in the studies in the Indian context. There is a lack of empirical evidence also for the Indian online fashion retail context. Despite of the rapid growth, as I told you, 150 million after the COVID has been high, I can say. So a few studies are also investigated AI-driven personalization. Sensory features are jointly influence on the customer trust and also will lead to the purchase intention and buying decisions. So these are my objectives of the study to examine how the visual sensory cues influence the purchase intention of online fashion shoppers, to analyze the impact of AI personalization on customer trust and also online buying behavior. How do they buy regularly, occasionally? So, what is a major recommendations where AI personalization will give them, where visual impact will come into the picture to influence on them, to study the mediating role between perceived trust, multisensory cues, and purchase intention, and also to provide the insights of online fashion retailers to improve the customer experience and increase the sales through AI-driven strategies. So my research methodologies, tools used, quantitative study, quantitative research is done. Statistical tools are used are SPSS and AMOS, including the reliability, validity, and structural equational modeling. So convenience sampling is adapted with the 428 online fashion shoppers across India with a structured questionnaire. Independent variables like visual sensories, AI personalization, mediating variables are my perceived trust, and dependent variable is my purchase intention. Quantitative research is a positive approach, examine the relationship between multisensories, perceived trust, and the purchase intention. So I have done the confirmatory factor analysis CFA to see the relation between all this visual AI personalization, trust, and the purchase intention. With that purpose, mission scales, reliable validity analysis, which is influencing here. Yes, visual is a more than six, which is getting highly relevant to that. AI personalization as well, and trust and purchase intention, and also pictorial representation of some results are also there. So this demonstrates the visual, sensory, and AI personalized enhance will lead to the purchase intention, primarily building the customer trust, making trust the most critical factors influence on online shopping behavior. So this is my some results, and also results and discussions. If I come, yes, it is data which is giving a clear clarity on that. Perceived trust, which is influenced on this visual sensories are being influenced on this trust of a consumer, indicating the attractive product displays through their visual virtual realities enhance the customer confidence and online shopping platforms. And we are seeing in Amazon, Flipkarts, where 3D view and also 360-degree view brings the more clarity and also purchase of the product, how it looks when we purchase, especially the fashion industry. AI personalization positively impacting both trust and purchase intention, because it is very difficult to bring the trust among the online shoppers, because there are various things which is impacting them not to buy. It can be a quality, it can be a risk of usage, all these things where the main consent are there. But due to the AI personalization, which will be a positive impacting, where study is telling, demonstrating the effectiveness of customer recommendation in improving the shopping experience based upon the demographic factors as well. And perceived trust or emerge a predictor purchase intention, confirming that customers are more likely to purchase when they trust the online retailers. The study also confirmed mediating role of trust, showing that multisensory cues improves the purchase intention primarily by strengthening the customer's trust in the platform. So how they are making that mediating role is, it's clearly saying that yes, the cues is more likely a positive impacting on customers. So conclusion, if I talk, customer serves as the bridge between the technology and consumers decision making. So and also it has been transforming the enhance of shopping experience into actual purchase behavior. AI powered personalization creates a greater consumer engagement, enabling online retailers to offer relevant and meaningful shopping experience. And also the visual appeal, intelligent recommendation provides competitive advantages among the retailers, especially in the fashion e-commerce platform, improve the customer satisfaction and the long-term loyalty. So this is my
Thank you for the
yes, sir.
presentation. I have one question what is the percentage of shoppers which AI can affect? Like, have you analyzed that? Hello? Okay, I think Purushottam has some internet issue. So I request next participants
Sir,
participate.
sir, what was hear me? Hello.
My question was like how many percent like AI can affect how many
Hello.
percentage of you shoppers AI can affect? Okay, we are not able to hear your voice, so I will request our next
AI can
participant,
affect as
paper ID
per
251 to share.
the
Okay,
study
Purushottam, just thank you. So paper ID is 251. I request the participant to share the slides and start the presentation.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
हाँ, राजपूत अरे यार, कुछ भी एक चीज पकड़ो कि उसने क्या मिला शॉपर कितने परसेंट पे क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है वो उसकी टेंशन क्या आंसर देगा
Hello. Sir,
yeah,
is it visible?
yes, it is visible. Please share slides.
Okay, sure,
Please
sir.
continue with the presentation.
Sure, sure, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Palvi Rajput. I'm a research scholar from Lovely Professional University. Today, I'm here to presenting my research paper on AI-driven sustainability urban traffic mobility framework for Indian smart cities.
Basically, this research is focused on how artificial intelligence and how automated system can help manage traffic better in Indian cities and support environmental sustainability. So, shall we proceed for the next slide?
Yeah,
Sir, I'm audible?
yeah, you are audible. Please continue.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Uh, so I'll start with the introduction. We all are aware that cities rapid growth of traffic congestion in smarts in metropolitan cities are going on. Vehicles registrations are raised. It leads to environment effect on pollution, carbon emission, and traffic congestion as well. So, in for the improvement of traffic congestion and environmental sustainability, Indian government starts initiative that is Smart City Mission. Cities in India are growing very fast because of this traffic and pollution are also increasing. Like metropolitan cities, Delhi, Mumbai, Bengaluru face heavy traffic jams every day. This causes wastage of fuel, wastage of time, and more air pollution. Traditionally, traffic systems are not very effective because Indian roads have mixed traffic like cars, buses, bikes, auto rickshaws, and pedestrian walkways together. To solve these problems, the Smart City Mission is initiated in 2015 to provide solutions such as AI traffic management, smart traffic signals, and smart monitoring system to improve traffic congestion, environmental sustainability, and better monitoring like movement of the vehicle. AI helps in monitoring traffic in real time, controlling signals smartly, predicting traffic conditions, and support environmental friendly transportation. Now, my objectives of this study is to understand traffic problems in Indian smart cities, to study how AI can improve traffic management, and to analyze sustainable mobility solutions. To first one is to understand traffic problems in Indian smart cities. I studied major traffic problems faced by the Indian citizens. To analysis, I studied reports and research papers, observed common urban traffic issues, studied smart city reports. Cities like Delhi and Bangalore face traffic jams, long waiting times, air pollution, fuel wastage. In this objective, I analyzed common traffic problems in India cities such as congestion, pollution, and increased travel time, studying reports and previous research. To study how AI can improve traffic management, like AI traffic signals, as their CCTV monitoring, traffic prediction system is there, smart parking system is there, AI based traffic signals automatically change timing according to the traffic flow. If one road has more vehicle, green signal timing increase automatically. In this objective, I studied how AI technology like adaptive traffic signals, smart surveillance, and predictive analytical improve traffic flow and reduce congestion. To analyze sustainable mobility solution, eco-friendly transportation solution, public transport system is public bicycle sharing is there, e-vehicle is there, e-buses is there, smart parking is there, reduce fuel consumption, emission control is there. Smart parking system help everyone find parking quickly, reduce unnecessary vehicle movement and the pollution. Now, next, I move to the research methodology. This paper is based on the more focused on qualitative data and analytical research design based on literatures model formulation and analytical validation, data sources, public academic research reports, and smart city mission policies documents is there, and initiatives is there, case study of smart city initiative from different countries. Now, and this study is based on secondary data. Now, review of literature. I studied various papers from the for this research paper, like understand traffic problems, cities mean traffic air pollution problems, and study AI traffic management, analysis sustainable mobility, and suggest frameworks as well. And next one is results and discussion. In resultant discussions, basically, AI driven like a smart traffic management system helps traffic flow efficiency and reduce urban congestion. Predictive analysis enables real time traffic forecasting and route optimization. Smart parking integration minimize unnecessary vehicle movement and traffic load. AI-based mobility system can strengthen urban resilience and governance efficiency. And framework supports sustainable urban mobility aligned with the smart city mission and sustainable development goal 11. And data privacy and cybersecurity and ethical AI governance remain major concerns. Citizen participation is a integral part of this research. Citizen participation and inclusive planning are essential for the long-term sustainability. And next one, now I is moving towards the future prospects. In future, ethical challenges are there. We all are aware. Although AI-based systems are beneficial, but there are some challenges. There is a lack of proper infrastructure and real-time data in many cities. High installation and maintenance cost are also a major issue. There are ethical concerns related to privacy and misuse of data. Therefore, transparency and secure AI governance is necessary for the implementation of this automated system for the development and the betterment of the like urban mobility and the sustainability development. Now, moving to future directions or prospects. In future, AI traffic system can become more advanced by integrating technologies like IoT. Cities can develop real-time traffic simulation system and renewable energy-based mobility and promotes green energy as well as. And AI-driven public transport networks can also expand in Indian smart cities. Now, conclusion. Conclude, AI-driven mobility system can effectively solve traffic challenges in Indian smart cities and metropolitan cities as well. The proposed framework improves maybe traffic flow, signal management, smart signals is there, smart parking and congestion reduction. It also support environmental sustainability by reducing emission and promoting sustainable mobility. And these are the references these are the research papers and report sources referred to the during this study. And thank you from my side.
Yeah, Pallavi, it's a nice presentation. But I have one
Sure,
question
ma'am.
that we have done only the theoretical study or it's some experimental work also we have done.
Ma'am, currently it's a secondary data and theoretical study.
Okay.
And additionally, I'm working on the smart city Jammu and Srinagar to collect the public perception and done interviews from the officials of Jammu and Srinagar smart city for the real implementation and how people are participating in this like initiative started by the government of India smart city mission. So for in this paper, basically it's a theoretical study. It's not a like a database study.
Okay. Okay, I will also
Yes,
suggest
ma'am.
you some common things that you can improve your presentation style. Okay, let's in the heading it's quite large, but it's small size, so you can improve your presentation style also. Okay.
Sure, ma'am.
And
Sure, ma'am.
yeah.
Noted, ma'am.
Okay.
Noted,
Okay,
ma'am.
thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. So next presentation, paper ID 258. You can share your screen. Paper ID 258. You can share your screen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
So it's visible. Kindly do the make the full screen and share like start your presentation.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Thank you, respected audience. I am Sadman Kabir, Assistant Professor at Bangladesh University of Professionals, Bangladesh. And the paper title is Leveraging Green IT Capital, How ESG Practices Enhance Sustainable Business Performance. So this is my presentation outline. Okay, let's first talk about the research context. We are talking about sustainability everywhere. And in Bangladesh, the ESG integration, that is environmental, social, and governance factors, has become a strategic necessity. But we can see that firms, they struggle to convert these ESG commitments into measurable results. So that's why this study argues whether green IT capital is the mechanism that can translate ESG into sustainable business performance. We will explore three objectives from the study. Firstly, we will examine the direct impact of ESG practices on sustainable business performance of business organization in Bangladesh. Secondly, we will investigate the direct influence of green IT capital on sustainable business performance. And finally, we'll be exploring the mediating role of green IT capital in the relationship between ESG practices and sustainable business performance. This is the conceptual framework of this study. You can see in ESG practices, we have measured three factors: environmental factor, social factor, and governance factor. And we have taken green IT capital as a mediator between ESG practices and sustainable business performance, which is actually our dependent variable. We have gone through several theories. I have mentioned here two of them. Firstly, the stakeholder theory. In Bangladesh, actually, ESG compliance has become a vital necessity rather than a voluntary choice. And finally, the TOE framework, Technology Organization Environmental Framework. From this framework, we have taken the technological factor, basically. So together, this framework justifies GITC as a mediating mechanism between ESG practices and sustainable business performance. We have gone through several literatures, and from that we have drawn three hypotheses. The first one is the ESG practice has a significant positive impact on sustainable business performance. Secondly, our mediator, the GITC, the Green IT Capital, has a significant positive impact on sustainable business performance. And finally, the third one, that is the GITC mediates the relationship between ESG practices and sustainable business performance. Let's talk about the methodology of this paper. So we have our target population was the employees of various business organizations in Bangladesh, and we have employed a purposive sampling method from where we have collected 459 valid responses. So which satisfies our sample requirement as it exceeds the minimum threshold, which is the 10 times of the number of items. And the measurement instrument, we have developed a structured questionnaire with 5-point Likert scale, and we have collected the data offline and online. And the measurement items, that is the statements of the questionnaires, were adapted from validated prior studies. For the data analysis part, we have used SPSS 25 for descriptive analysis, and we have used Smart PLS for the partial least squares equation modeling. Now let's talk about the results. At first, we have done the measurement, the validity test, the convergent validity and reliability test of the first order and second order constructs. As you can see here, for the first order constructs, the AV values are well above the minimum threshold of 0.5. And in case of the HTMT ratio, the maximum limit has to be less than 0.90, which all our values are. In case of second order contracts, the results are pretty similar. Our AV is much larger than the 0.5, and in case of HTMT, the values are well below 0.90, which is the minimum threshold. And the R square for this model is 50.54, which explains the model has moderate explanatory power. So these results actually satisfies the reliability and validity of our measurement items. Now let's look at the findings result, the path analysis result. As you can see in the first two results, the p-values are well below the 5% significance level, and the beta values are positive. So our first two hypotheses are accepted. In case of indirect effect, the mediation, the beta value is again positive, and the p-value is well below 5% significance level. So our mediating hypothesis is also accepted. So what does this result indicate? Let's see the findings. In case of since the first hypothesis is accepted, that means in Bangladesh the ESG practices has significant positive impact on sustainable business performance. This means the ESG adoption builds stakeholder trust, which enables global market access, and thus the sustainable business performance improves. Again, ESG reinforces social values, improving employee productivity, and also ESG practices aligns with the regulatory expectations. So thus these things enhances the sustainable business performance. This supports the UN's SDG 13 and SDG 16 goals as well. In case of the second hypothesis, the green IT capital enhances sustainable business performance. The hypothesis is accepted. It means the GITC, which is the form of green IT capital, GITC integrates ecological efficacy and digital governance into infrastructure. So IT infrastructure is much developed if GITC is integrated. Besides, cloud computing, virtualization, smart energy monitoring assure resource efficiency, which supports the SDG 9. So this is how the green IT capital is mediating or enhancing the sustainable business performances. Finally, the GIDC is mediating the relationship between ESG practices and sustainable business performance, the hypothesis number 3, which is also accepted. This means the firms with robust ESG practices are more likely to invest in green digital infrastructure. And besides, GITC bolsters data transparency and enhanced monitoring, enabling ESG-driven sustainability results. So this means GITC will be a very good mediator between the ESG practices and the sustainable business performance. So what is basically the implications of this study? If we talk about the practical implications, so if the business organizations want to improve their business performance, so they should move beyond symbolic ESG adoption and integrate into core operational strategy. So they should integrate the ESG into their core operational strategy. Also, they should prioritize green IT capital, such as ESG analytics, energy efficient infrastructure as a strategic enabler. Finally, they should leverage the GITC as core operational strength to comply with sustainability imperatives and achieve the sustainable development goals. Finally, if you talk about the policy implications, tax incentives, subsidies, and low interest loans for firms adopting certified green IT systems should be given. So government should government should provide more benefits in forms of tax incentives or subsidies for those firms which are adopting green IT systems. And the regulatory framework should encourage integrated sustainability reporting, including IT-enabled metrics. Finally, the public-private partnerships to foster green IT innovation through research and development grants and capacity building. So these are some policy implications for the government level. Finally, if we talk about the conclusion, we have found that ESG practices are a significant enabler for sustainable business performance, especially in an emerging economy like Bangladesh. And green IT capital is a critical mediator, has been found here, which converts ESG intentions into measurable sustainability outcomes. Finally, if we talk about the TOE framework and the stakeholder theory, this explains actually how stakeholder pressures drive ESG adoption and GITC enables executions. If I talk about the limitation and future research direction for this study, very few. If I talk about the limitation, this is basically a cross-sectional study, and the population is very limited, so it may have potential sampling bias. So for future studies, the study may be longitudinal and sector-specific, or maybe multi-country investigations can be done, and adding behavioral factors and qualitative elements can make the study more robust. So that's all from me. Thank you. If you have any question, you may ask.
Okay, thank you, Kabir. Nice work. Okay, so I just have one question. Like these ESG practices, which you have studied for the Bangladesh only. So, will these practices will be valid for in similar countries like India, Pakistan, and neighboring countries?
Yes, this study may represent emerging economies, especially because in developed countries they have already implemented ESG practices, and they are focusing more on sustainability. But especially in developing or emerging economies, the ESG practices are still not very much developed, and still traditional firms, they tend to ignore the effects of ESG practices. So I think, yeah, especially in South Asia, our countries, this study may be very helpful for these countries.
Okay, thank you, Kabir. Nice work. So please
Thank you.
stop sharing your slides. And
Yes.
I request the paper ID 20. Is he present? He or she? Or anyone else is remaining? So thank you all. This was the all the presentation from this session. So I wish you a best of luck for your papers, and you have presented a very nice work. Thank you. Just three guests are there. I will ask them also. So paper ID 20. Is anyone present from that paper? Okay, if not, then thank you for the day, and I uh, request everyone to leave the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
हो गया भाई अरे हमेशा सर्टिफिकेट लेने का सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ है। हाँ इधर साइन कर लीजिए और ये आप मुझे दे दें, ठीक है मैं बात देख अरे सर्टिफिकेट लेने का सौभाग्य तो मैम ये बोतल लगी है पीछे ये तो डाली थी ये तो मैम आ जाइए आपका उम्मीद है ये बताइए ये मेरा भी ये सारी जो है चीजें अच्छा चलो भाई मैं चलता हूँ चलिए मैम हो गया तो ना वो साथ में ये लास्ट वाला सेशन है ना आपका हाँ ये आपके साथ ये तब तो 6:30 बजे से लेना ना ये सर 6:10 तक हाँ 6:10 तक ना घाटी के बीच में आगे हम ले लेंगे ठीक है आराम से 6:30 साढ़े से खींचा 7 बजे तक करते हैं अरे सर ऐसा ठीक है वो ऐसा तो एक ही था यार दो थे उमेश आपको नहीं सर अब गन्ने का 20 किलो आपका ये इसकी लिस्ट है मुझे तो सर आए सब उसको सैको में
एक्चुअली क्या हो सर आपके सब दे दिया है ये वो एक प्राइवेट कॉलेज में जिसमें साइबर से प्रोवाइड काम करती है उसका तेरा डायरेक्टर वो सर तो सुबह बोल रहे थे हाँ तो मुझे डाउट है वो आएगा क्या नहीं आएगा लेकिन मैं किसी को भेजता हूँ ठीक है हाँ, अभी एडमिट कर लिए है हाँ तो ये सब आ गए होंगे ना तो भाई इसका रिकॉर्डिंग चालू रखनी है तो आप लोग सर मैं किसी को भेजता हूँ हाँ ठीक अभी स्टार्ट करने के लिए बुलाऊँ मैं किसी को आप एक काम कीजिए ना पहले आईडी से शुरू कर लीजिए सेट करना है हाँ हेलो विजन am I audible
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
so the first presentation is of the paper ID is 367 hello the first presentation is of the paper ID is 367 and the timing of your presentation is 5 minutes and 2 minutes of the question answer. परमिशन कर सकते हैं वो लोग खुद से प्रेजेंट करेंगे बस कंट्रोल है प्लीज डॉक्टर सर आप इसको एक बार बोल दीजिए कि शेयर ठीक है एंड स्टार्ट करना ठीक है ठीक है उसको साफ you can share your screen and start your presentation paper ID 367 papers session okay so you have to give number out of 10 for each presentation the time is 5 minutes and for question answer 3 minutes anyways इसमें 368 लिखा हुआ है 367 ऐसा कुछ है 367 368 बोल देता हूँ 367 नहीं नहीं इसमें 367 इसमें 368 है शायद ये वाला ठीक होगा नहीं पर चेक कर लेता हूँ सर ठीक है
Hello.
yes please
Sorry to interrupt, but there is no paper 367, but 368.
yeah okay go ahead you are Deepanjali okay
My paper ID is 509.
okay
Hello.
so whose paper ID is 368?
Good evening, sir.
good evening
Good evening, sir. It's me.
okay
368.
start your presentation
Yes, sir.
ठीक है न्यूज़ 368
Is it visible?
Yes.
ठीक है नहीं
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Myself, Prathamesh Damkuna from Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College, Varda. Today, my topic is neuroinflammation and drug treatment of Alzheimer's disease. So basically, my presentation focuses on how inflammation affects Alzheimer's progression and what role amyloid and tau protein play. So firstly, introduction is Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia and mainly affects memory, thinking, and behavior of a person. The two major pathology features are amyloid beta plaques and tau tangles in the brain. Along with this, neuroinflammation also plays a major role worsening the neural damage. Genetic factors also contribute 60 to 80% of the disease risk. Cognitive decline versus progression over the time. Objectives are main objectives of our review are to understand the role of neuroinflammation in Alzheimer's disease, to study amyloid and tau pathology, to review current drug therapies and biomarkers, and also to look at some recent advances and features, future therapeutic approaches. So, firstly, neuroinflammation in Alzheimer disease. One of the most important mechanisms in Alzheimer disease is neuroinflammation. In simple terms, we can say inflammation inside the brain increases neural damages. Cells like microglia and astrocytes become activated and they release a few inflammatory mediators. Over the time, they contribute to decline the cognitive and decrease progression, disease progression. Sorry. Because of this, the reducing neuroinflammation is now considered the most important therapeutic target in the Alzheimer's disease. So, coming to diagnosis, we can diagnose assist it by assessment along with cognitive testings. Nowadays, biomarkers and imaging technologies are also very helpful in early detection of the disease. Although brain autopsy is still very important and considered definitive confirmation, modern biomarkers are making early diagnosis much easier. This These are the two major pathological hallmarkers of the Alzheimer's disease. Amyloid precursor protein produces amyloid beta peptides, which accumulate outside neurons as plaques. And tau proteins are from neurofibrillary tangles inside the neurons. These together are abnormalities which are damaging the neurons in the brain. uh, biomarkers help in early and accurate diagnosis of the disease. Uh, Researchers are currently studying the blood-based protein biomarkers, which are very helpful, and retinal biomarkers are also emerging as newer diagnostic approaches. Apart from this, oxidative stress and mitochondrial dysfunction are also strongly associated with Alzheimer's disease progression. Coming to recent advances, in recent years, researchers has focused on precision medicine and new therapeutic targets. Exercise has also studying oxygen metabolism abnormalities and newer biomarkers for easier intervention. Moving towards drug approaches. Coming to drugs currently available, drugs are only to provide symptomatic reliefs and not to cure total cure. Some therapeutics target neurotransmitter imbalance, while newer approaches focus mostly on directly on amyloid and tau proteins. Combination therapy are more effective rather than the monotherapy, and research focuses most on slowly disease progression. Conclusion of my presentation. Neuroinflammation plays a major role in the Alzheimer disease along with amyloid and tau pathology. Current treatments mainly help manage symptoms, but new approaches are trying to slow disease progression, which are very helpful for future management of the Alzheimer diseases. Further research are still need to be done for to develop more effective treatments. Thank you. Thank you. These are a few references used in my review. Thank you.
Thank you, Prakash. Very nice presentation.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you, sir.
you. So, Prakash, you said it sounds like 8th to 9th.
Eighth, ninth.
That means, do you use any research methodology for your research?
Uh,
Use any research methodology for your results of your research paper? Do you
Sir,
use any research
methodologies are
methodology?
actually this is a review based, so articles are selected from which are available on the internet.
So it is totally dependent on the secondary data.
Yes, sir, it's a secondary data which has been taken from the other researchers have done previously.
Okay.
It's okay. Okay.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, best of luck.
So
Yes, thank you, sir.
the next presentation is paper ID 378. You can share your screen
Yes,
and start your presentation.
yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Today I am going to present the paper on the topic of voice-based Parkinson disease detection using hybrid feature selection and stack ensemble. I am Mohan, and my guide are Goday and Sumanti. I am from Kung Engineering College, Erode. So today our outline is going to be the objective, proposed methodologies and overview, dataset and data preparations, and hybrid feature selections and stack ensemble model. And we are going to see the classification diagrams of ROC and confusion matrix. Finally, we are comparing with our benchmark comparisons in the conclusion. So in objective, we are detecting the Parkinson disease. First, the Parkinson disease is a common neurodegenerative disorder that affects movement, speech, and coordination. Previously, they have predict this disease using MRI and PET scans, but they are most expensive and they are not scalable. Also, they have used uh, EEG request specialist equipment and setups. So we are going to develop machine learning based voice analysis pattern for Parkinson disease detections. Also, we are going to identify disease early as soon as possible using vocal biomarkers, and I going to handle the high dimensional feature space, small dataset challenges, and severe class imbalances. It will help us to reduce overfitting in conventional classifiers. Also, this model improves the generalization for real clinical environments. In proposed methodologies, we have used the UCI Parkinson voice dataset, which consists of 195 samples and 22 voice features. For future engineering, for better pattern extractions. Also use SMOT for class balancing, hybrid feature selections for important feature identification, and stack ensembling as used as a model, and logistic regression is used as a meta classifiers, and fivefold class validation is used for an evaluation. Data set and pre-processing. As I told earlier, UCI Parkinson dataset contains 195 voice recordings from 31 subjects with 22 acoustic voice features. This dataset contains both Parkinson disease persons and healthy person samples, and we are using smooth resampling, which was applied to balance the imbalanced datasets. Feature engineering technique was used to capture the complex vocal patterns, and we are using normalization method of standard scalar, which we have applied to standardize the features, which improve our machine learning model performance. So, so hybrid feature selections. Hybrid feature selection means which is a layered approach that optimizes our memory and computer power. It prevents us from overfitting. Method for feature selection, it will make a chance to remove some of the vital features. So I am using hybrid feature selections. The names are RFE, select, K-based, and K-tree classifiers. In stack ensemble modeling, it is an advanced machine learning technique that combines predictions from multiple drivers, which is means I have used two layers, level 0 and level 1. In level 0, I am using XGBoost, random forest gradient boosting, and SVC. In level 1, I am using logistic regression. This model has performed and provide the output. That output was validated using fivefold stratified cross validation. So this was the graph of ROC, receiver operating characteristics. You can see that the orange curve is close to the top left corner, which means the model gives very high correct predictions with low errors. So we can also see the confusion matrix, which has a total sample of 59. Out of 59, 58 samples have classified correctly. Yes, this was the benchmark comparison of my paper. I compared with XGBoost and random forest of the same paper. We can see that 4 to 5% as accuracy has increased in stack ensembling modeling. In conclusion, I can say that The multi-stage machine learning pipeline is more useful in detecting Parkinson's disease using voice recordings. Also, I have integrated stack ensemble model with XGBoost random forest and gradient boosting on SVC, which leads to accuracy of 94.20 accuracy. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
One was nice presentation.
Yes.
You use the word vocal biomaker. So what do you mean? What is this vocal biomaker
Uh, yes, sir. Vocal means it's a voice-based sample, sir.
sample? So you use
Yes.
a primary data for your research.
Yes, sir. I have taken the UCI dataset, which was a benchmark dataset, which has used in 100 plus case studies.
So you use ANOVA in your research methodology part.
I couldn't get
So
you.
on which data you use ANOVA in your research?
Sir, I couldn't get the question properly.
You use ANOVA for your research. I'm
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
so I'm asking just a simple thing. On which data you use ANOVA, Mohan?
Yes, sir. Uh,
Okay, okay, okay,
Okay,
nice.
ma'am.
Okay, good
yes.
luck.
Thanks.
Next is 4 to 4. Who
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Shall I present?
Smita, please do not unshare your
Yeah.
screen until the question answer completed.
Okay, Sure. okay, sure.
So start sharing your screen and start.
So is it visible?
Yes, yes,
Yes, Shweta, it is visible.
this is visible.
Yeah, I am Shweta Sri Manoj from KCG College of Technology, and our project is on ABDM compliant AI platform for mental health decline prediction. So, the basic thing is that this is an AI based system for continuous mental health monitoring to monitor the patients from the start till the end, which uses ML to predict the risk, their status between the each therapy sessions, and it is integrated. We are planning to integrate it with FHIR and ABDM for continuous integration with the clinicians. So the basic outline that we'll be seeing right now is that the current mental health care problems that are existing in the current mental health in India specifically, and the proposed AI-based solution, the system architecture along with the modules and the ML model and the decision making system, how it is done, implementation and results, and the conclusion part. So first, the objective. So the main objective is that continuous monitoring and risk prediction is our core initiative in this project. So continuous monitoring of the patient's mental health in between each therapy session, because each session takes up to maximum of 1 month of gap or 3 months of gap. So monitoring will be done throughout all the 3 months, and the next objective is that predicting the risk before it hits any critical situation, and the other objective is that it provides real-time alerts to therapists, and it will be integrated with the FHIR system, and so it provides proactive intervention rather than reactive. And the problem statement is that in India, currently, mental health is not treated as serious as it should be, and which is due to stigma as well as lack of awareness in the country. And there is no continuous monitoring as the patient's mental health and their entire journey is fragmented because of the periodic visits, and late detection of mental health issues because their symptoms gets diagnosed only during mostly during the critical or the crucial times, and fragmented patient data, as I said before, and no predictive system. There is only tracking and no prediction, early prediction. And currently, there is no proper end-to-end integration between the patient and the hospital. And the solution that we are giving is that this is a complete AI-based decision support system, which collects patients' data on a daily basis through questionnaires, which are PHQ-9 and GAD. PHQ is Patient Health Questionnaire, which is a set of 9 questions, and GAD is Generalized Anxiety Disorder, which is a questionnaire of 7 set of questions. They are self-administered diagnostic tools, which are used to collect data from the patient on a daily basis. And random forest model is used to predict the risk, and prediction of risk between probability 0 and 1, and the threshold value for alert is 0.8 for the therapist. It will be triggered. And then the system architecture goes by the patient app, which will be React Native in the mobile app, and backend we'll be using FastlyPay along with the data processing pipeline and the ML engine. For that, we'll be using Random Forest and the FHIR server integration, which is ABDM supported, and therapist dashboard plus alerts. I hand over to Shweta Yadav for rest of the presentation.
Okay, so we'll go with the methodologies. So what we use a random forest to predict the detection. How we are proceeding with the random forest? First, we are using the front end app to collect the patient data with the help of PHQ, public health queries, and then GAD of 7 questions, whereas general anxiety disorder, as well as some sleep, mood, and then their marital status. All this data will be collected from the patient. It's on the patient website, patient mobile app. Then this data which is collected, it will be go and pre-processed and clean the data. Automatically, it will be built in the code so that it will automatically pre-process. Then we will use the ML machine learning. I am using here the random forest so that the random forest can use the non-linearity data structure and make it the best for taking the decision whether the data is getting and making it the best to notify. Then this data, the model which ML model then will apply a decision threshold logics. There is 3 types of 0.2, 0.6 and 0.8. If it is crossing 0.8 of threshold, means if a person is 80% of high risk, then it is alert. It is alert that it is high risk. You have to go and call them or negotiate them and detect them. And it will be early so that they can avoid the larger disaster or some life threats. And then it will be stored and notified via FHIR, so that it cannot be any problem. Fast health interoperability so that we can save more lives. Can we move to the next data? Then our module has patient data will be collected, then pre-processed, then ML will predict the risk, then clinical decision will be goes to the doctor. Then this history will be maintained with the help of FHIR, and then therapist dashboard and alert module will be established so that it can be early detection can be done easily, and then history can be maintained in the Ayushman Bharat Health digital mission so that it can be stored. No data should be missing. When we move ahead, yeah. So in implementation, we have the front end, React Native or React.js. React Native for the mobile app, React.js for the website. We can use any kind of devices, laptop or mobile and Android or non-Android, anything we can use. Then our backend is currently developed with the help of Fast API, but in future we can develop if we require more amount. Then we can develop on other API. Then ML we are using. Okay, so in comparison, I compare with the four ML models, not only one, and the such as random forest, logistic regression, and gradient boosting and voting classifier. But Among this, the random forest have provided the F1 score of 0.99 and AUC score of 0.98. Oh, sorry, 0.98. My bad. Okay, and AOC score of 0.99 and sensitivity of 0.98, indicating that excellent classification performance and strong ability to identify the positive cases. However, it required some 4,287 seconds for the training, but it provided the best result of F1 score of 0.99. That's why we went with the ML of random first. That's skit-learn we use. Then standards where we are maintaining this in two categories. Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, and then this is our database bank where we are maintaining our database, and then FHIR. Then real-time alert will be via WebSocket will be done. Next, can we move ahead? Yeah, these are the results: early detection of the mental health, and then high accuracy, best for the best results, so that we cannot lead to mislead the results. Real-time therapist alert, so that every time we can notice that how much patient is feel what their the status of their health, and then we'll improve the proactive healthcare and scalable nationwide adoption. It can be nationwide scalable. It's totally depend on the support and then monetary benefits. That's our result. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, any questions?
So, no question.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
Next
you.
is paper ID 466. Paper ID 466 is here. Okay, next paper ID 475. Paper ID 509.
Yes, sir, I'm here. I'll share my screen. Just a second.
Please sum up within 5 to 6 minutes. And do not unshare your screen until the question answer completed.
Start the presentation.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, yes, it is visible.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dipanjali Ranuk. I'm a research scholar. I've done my project on a lightweight hybrid ensemble for scalable deepfake text detection under Dr. Rahul Dubey from MITS Gwalior. My outline is project problem statement, objectives, proposed methodology, dataset, and experimental setup, model architecture, result and evaluation, conclusion.
Dipanjali, I think your screen is freeze.
Sorry, sir, I'll just check what's the issue.
Did you change the slide?
Yes, sir, I just changed it. I'll reshare it.
Okay. Yes.
Sir, is it changing now?
Yes. Go ahead.
Sorry for the inconvenience. These are my outline. The problem statement, basically my work is on deepfake text detection. It is completely distinguishing a problematic distinguishing to differentiate between human written text and AI written text during this period of time. As what we are having, there are many LLMs available like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, DeepSeek. There are multiple LLMs available, and people are using them to write their content. So it is completely not easy to detect what is human generated and what is AI generated text, and it is completely realistic. So this is the reason for my work.
These are my research objectives: to detect the AI generated and human generated text efficiently, combine the lexical and semantic text features, improve accuracy with low computation cost, ensure robustness across dataset and domains. The proposed methodology, mainly my methodology is divided into main three parts, that is pre-processing of the datasets, feature extraction. There are two types of feature extractions that I've done, that is lexical patterns and semantic patterns. When we go for the lexical patterns, it shows how a person write, that is the pattern of a person writing, whereas in semantic meaning it is what that sentence means. Let's take an example, bank. It is also means a river bank and a financial institution. So for a bank, it almost similar in lexical pattern, but when it comes different in lexical, whereas in semantic it is almost similar if we are just using the word bank. And ensemble learning is applied with logistic regression and light GBM for stacking purpose. This is my architecture diagram of the proposed model. I have used three different data sets: liar, ISOT, and fake news detection datasets. These are globally available datasets that I have used. The hybrid fusion feature is used to improve the accuracy while maintaining the computational efficiency. The dataset and experimental setup, I've used three datasets: liar, ISOT, and fake news dataset. Settings required are fake text preprocessing, TF-IDF, mini-LM embeddings for semantic features, data splitting with 70% to train and 15% to validation and 15% for the test detection. And validation is done with five-fold stratified cross-validation. Libraries are used for basic Python library, deep learning and machine learning libraries, as well as sentence transformer, scikit-learn, and light GBM. These are the results that I got from the implementation that we have performed. The hybrid ensemble performance, whereas the cross dataset accuracy result that we got with the performance. This is the graph that we achieved. The key findings was that the hybrid ensemble outperformed the standalone models, while combining the lexical and semantic features improved the detection accuracy of the model. Strong cross dataset generalization is used as we have combined three different datasets, and it is computationally efficient compared to the transformer, as it is taking less time duration and lightweight compared to the transformer based models, suitable for scalable and real-time deepfake text detection. These are my conclusion and future scope. It is a proposed lightweight hybrid ensemble for deepfake detection, combined TF-IDF for lexical and mini-LM for semantic embeddings. The high performance which we achieved is accuracy rate of 0.998 and F1 score of 0.998. We demonstrated robustness across multiple different data sets. The future work that I have in my work is to convert my model into multimodal deepfake detection and improve the interpretability and explainability. Domain adaptation for unseen data. Thank you so much. I'm ready for the questions.
Yeah, thank you, Dipanjali. Very nice presentation.
Thank you so much, sir.
Dipanjali, you mentioned ISOT, so it is dataset available on.
Sir, all these three data sets that I have used, that is liar, ISOT, and fake news detection, all these three data sets are used for deepfake text detection, and these are publicly available on Kaggle and multiple different websites. These are standards datasets that are used in multiple research papers also. And as deepfake text detection, as it is evolving, there are different types of datasets now evolving for deepfake text detection. These data sets are liar, IOCT, and fake news net are for how a person and AI and human generated. Now there are also different data sets that are available like GPT to output and truthful QA, Turing bench. These are also LLM generated data sets available publicly.
Dipanjali, go to your last slide, second last slide, where you next.
Is it this one, sir?
Next. Yes, your accuracy is yes, your accuracy is 0.998. So which statistical tool you use for this getting the accuracy?
Uh, Statistical tool, can I know it, sir, as I'm unable to understand it?
Uh, your accuracy is 0.998
Yes, sir.
achieved. So you use any statistical tool for calculating this?
Sir, my complete model is machine learning and deep learning model that I have done on Google Colab, completely implemented it. And after implementation, I got these results.
You using
These
the
are my
you using the
these are
secondary
my
data.
implementation results.
Okay, you using the secondary data for that.
Uh, these are publicly available data sets that are used standard state of art data sets.
Okay, Dipanjali. Okay, good.
Okay, thank you, Dipanjali.
Thank you, sir.
So next,
Uh, Thank you so much, sir.
anyone with a paper ID of 466 is available? You said this is- okay.
Yes, sir. 466 is available right now.
Okay, so you can share your screen and start your presentation. Please
Yes,
start
sir.
your presentation within 5 to 6 minutes, and do
Yes,
not unshare your screen until the question answer is ended.
yes, sir.
Gayatri, please start.
कहाँ पे जाओ प्ले करने के लिए बताना स्लाइड शो
Gayatri, share your screen and start the Gayatri, share your screen and start the presentation.
Yes, sir. Sir, screen is visible to you.
Yes, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gayatri Choragadi from GH Raisoni College of Engineering, Nagpur. We are currently facing, like, our topic is text and audio summarization for educational sector. Like, we are currently facing an era of we are currently facing an era of information overloaded, like where users struggles to process massive volumes of documents, text, and long audio files. Manually analyzing audio and taking notes is not only time consuming and inefficient, but it also increases the risk of miscritical information. To address this, our proposed system combines automatic speech recognition and natural language processing to automate and optimize the summarization process. To primarily objective, our project first convert the audio into clean text using ASR engine. Like second, provide the flexibility by implementation both the extractive and abstractive summarization technique to meet the different user needs. Ultimately, like we aim to drastically reduce manual effort, improve information extractive efficiency, and deliver a simple user friendly interface. Now the system architecture. Moving to the system architecture, like our platform is divided into two core modules. First is text summarization module and second is audio summarization module. In text summarization module, when a user enter a text, the NPL module process it. For extractive summary, we use BART to evaluate, rank, and extract the most critical original data. For abstractive summarization, we generate a new condensed version of the text. New- Once the For audio summarization module, like if a user uploads or records the live audio, a user SR engine first transcribe the speech into text, then the transcript ready, and it is passed through the exact same BERT and BART pipeline to give the result of extractive and abstractive summaries. Methodologies. Our methodologies consist of two primary phases. First is text processing, like raw data to ASR transcript cannot be fed directly into the model. So we need to clean the data by removing stop words and unwanted characters, performing sentence tokenization to extract key terms to ensure high quality inputs. For summarization process, using NPL techniques, important sentence are ranked by relevance. We systematically strip out the information, ensuring the final output is condensed but strictly preserve the core context and key information. Here, we can see a snapshot of our system user interference. On the screen, we have a simple block of text. Below it, the system clearly output two distinct results. The first one is extractive summary, highlight only the three key sentences, and the abstractive summary, providing a smooth, human-like overview of the text. In conclusion, we have successfully developed a system that handles both the text and the system data efficiency. By leveraging machine learning, especially BERT and BART, we achieve high accuracy summaries that saves processing time, enhance readability. We believe this system holds a significant potential for application in education, research environment, and corporate management. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Gayatri. Should we have any question? Gayatri, which methodology you are using for text processing? Which application, like you are using SQL or what for text processing?
Sir, can you repeat question?
Which methodology you are using for text processing? Like you are using any application like SQL or what? You were showing that there are two steps of your work. One is the text processing and another is the audio processing.
Like the tokenization for breaking down a huge block of text into smaller one, manageable units. Computers cannot understand a whole paragraph at once. So tokenization cut it into a standard piece. So the algorithm can analyze them word by word or sentence by sentence. Uh, and the second one is text cleaning, converting all the text into lowercase and removing punctuations like question mark, comma, point. The third one is stop words, like filtering out common low meaning words like is, the, and. The words take.
Well, I am just asking about the, you already explained what is the process. I am just asking the tool. Which tool do you use for text processing? Okay.
For text processing, we're using test ranking features, text rank, and TF and IDF. Like text rank, a graph-based ranking algorithm used to calculate important sentence only, or term frequency, inverse document frequency is a mathematical statistical measure to evaluate how a system specific a word is to a document.
Okay. Thank you, Gayatri. You can stop sharing your screen. So the paper ID is 475 is present.
Yes, sir, I am present. Myself is Dheeraj Namdev.
Okay. There is start your presentation. Share your screen.
Okay, sir. Sir, is my screen visible to all?
Yes.
Okay, sir, I'm starting. The topic of my presentation is multimodal deep learning for COVID-19 detection. And the content of the outlines are introduction, then related work, then proposed methodology, result and comparison, and then performance comparison chart, and in last the conclusion and future work. So the our the proposed methodology is presenting an automated approach for early detection of diagnosis of COVID-19 using multimodal medicinal imaging, including the chest X-ray and the CT scan. But up to the previous work we have seen, it is very costly and it is less lab dependent, and also the processing is very slow. And second thing is medicinal imaging, CXR and CT is critical for detecting pulmonary complication. It shows the ground glass opacities and bilateral infiltrates hallmarks of COVID-19. Then the multimodal fusion module integrate feature from both imaging modalities to improve diagnostic robustness and accuracy. So for this we have used the deep learning. Here the data set we used contains the 12,000 chest X-ray images and 8,000 CT scan images, which are pre-processed using adaptive normalization and data augmentation technique. And in last, the multimodal fusion of CXR that is already explained. Now the next thing is the related work. So we have presented here up to today how many work is performed in this field. So and their limitations also. So in this slide we can see here the first one is transfer learning on CXR, chest X-ray images. So here we get the accuracy up to 95% and it has limitation of annotated data scarcity. The second one is pertained CNN. The full form of CNN is convolutional neural network, and this model has the accuracy of 99.3%, but it has the limitation of generalizability concern. The next one is OpticoNet, optimized CNN. It has high accuracy on chest X-ray images, but it has limitation of multimodal integration. The next related work is DenseNet, ResNet, VGG19. Here CT scan outperform the check-free images, and it has the limitation of data imbalance challenges. So after reading this all this related work, we have find the key back here. It has the limited multimodal integration and explainability in existing method. So our proposed methodology is explained through this diagram. You can see here in this flow chart, the first one is input CXR images. This image is obtained by different X-ray images and CT scan images. Then in the first stage would be the pre-processing of input medicinal images. In the case of chest X-rays and CT scan images, pre-processing consisting of adaptive normalization, making them have a uniform size and augmenting such images with measures such as rotation, translation, and contrast enhancement to overcome the imbalance of data and enhance model generalization. The pre-processed images of each of two modalities is used in input to the respective CNN backbone that are trained to extract features. To learn hierarchical representation, the CNN backbone uses convolution layer, which detect important patterns that are indicative of COVID-19 pathology, that is, ground glass opacities, consolidation, and bilateral infiltrates. So here in this diagram, you can see we have shown a complete pipeline for the detection of COVID-19 cases based on multimodal medical images combining X-ray and CT scan images of the chest. It also emphasizes parallel feature extraction with CNN transformer-based context encoder, adaptable attention-based fusion, final classification, and an explainability module, which enable clinical validation and decision making. So this is our the model, and here I explained about the proposed methodology, how we do the work in this field. So the next one is our the result and performance. So here we have taken the data set of 12,000 chest ray images and 8,000 CT scan images with stratified, train, validate and test split. So here you can see in the table also the data we have taken and the result. Second thing in the line we have explained the accuracy. The accuracy of our result is 98.7% and the sensitivity.
So,
Yes, sir.
yes, please complete.
Sir, your voice is lagging. Is my voice is also lagging, sir?
Your voice is you are audible, but please summarize, conclude slowly. You are
Okay,
already
sir.
1 minute late.
Okay. Conclusion. So the conclusion is our proposed multimodal have achieved 98.7 accuracy, 97.9% sensitivity, and 98.5% specificity. The NCC of 97 and AUC ROC of 0.989 confirm that it is robust and balanced classification performance. And the remaining conclusion points are in the screen. So, sir, any questions? Sir? Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Kiran. Very nice presentation.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Any question? Next, who is paper ID is 518 is present here. Paper ID 518. So paper ID 521.
Yes, sir, present.
Paper ID 521.
Hello. Hello. So this is 518.
518. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir. So I'm sharing my presentation. And, hello.
Yes.
Sir, is my PPT visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Yep. Okay. So shall I start?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Bharati Rani from Department of Commerce, Traffic and Deemed to be University, Dehradun. Today, I will be presenting our study titled IoT-enabled well-being analytics for academic staff, linking work environment signals to job satisfaction and leadership style. So this research explores how IoT technologies can help monitor and improve the well-being of academic staff in the higher education institutions. Uh, uh, Now coming over to the introduction part, as we all know that the academic staff performs multiple responsibilities, including teaching, research, student mentoring, administrative duties, and institutional development activities, and so on. These increasing demands often results in stress, burnouts, poor work-life balance, and reduced job satisfaction also. So challenges does not only affect the faculty with the well-being of the faculty, but it also influences teaching quality, research productivity, and also the institutional performance as well. IoT-enabled well-being analytics refers to the use of smart sensors and wearable devices to collect workplace data in real life. And this information is being analyzed to understand whether the working environment is comfortable, stressful,
or potentially harmful for academic staff, and which enables institutions to take proactive actions. Now, why this research has been done and why this is important for academic staff, that it is very crucial because it directly impacts teaching effectiveness, research productivity, and job satisfaction. And it also maintains healthy and supportive work environment. It also reduces stress and burnouts while helping institutions maintaining high level of performance and employee engagement also. The role of IoT in mentoring workplace well-being is very important for collecting real-time data and also monitoring workplace conditions, tracking the behavioral patterns, which is very, very important. And it is also for integrating wearable devices and supporting evidence-based decision-making systems. This is a continuous monitoring helps institutions identify and address well-being concerns and more effectively. And since the research has particularly been done using the secondary databases. So, like how they will help. It contributes to well-being monitoring by tracking physical activity and monitoring heart rate or identifying stress pattern and detecting sedentary behavior. These insights might help individuals and institutions make informed decisions that support better health and well-being conditions. IoT technologies particularly supports smart campus development through real-time environmental monitoring, efficient use of classrooms and workplaces, improved well-being for staffs and students, better energy management, and data-driven decisions. And these benefits contribute to more sustainable and supportive academic environment. And coming over to the advantages, the key advantages of IoT well-being analytics includes real-time monitoring. It also helps in early detection of potential well-being issues and a deeper understanding of staff experiences and reduced reliance of how traditional survey is being done. And these benefits might enable institutions to respond quickly and effectively to emerging challenges as well. Now here I'm concluding my presentation. Like that, academic staff well-being is essential for the success of higher institutions, and the heavy workloads and the workload pressures can negatively affect faculty performances and satisfaction. If I'll talk about IoT-based well-being analytics, it provides a practical solutions by collecting real-time data on workplace conditions and employee behavior, and these insights can help institutions create healthier and more supportive environments that enhance job satisfaction, productivity, and staff retention as well. Thank you. Thank you for your attention and thank you for your time and interest in our research. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aarti. Very nice presentation.
Thank you.
No question. Next paper ID is 521 available?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then start the presentation.
Yeah.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, Ketan.
So, good evening, everyone. I am Ketan Vanzari, and along with my co-authors, I will be presenting our research work titled as AI-driven auto-scaling, resource and optimization in cloud environments using reinforcement learning. So basically, this work focuses on improving cloud auto-scaling using reinforcement learning techniques to achieve better performance, lower operational cost, and reduce SLA violations. So this is the outline of our entire presentation. So starting with our introduction. So basically, cloud computing environments rely heavily on dynamic resource allocation to maintain service availability and performance. One of the most important mechanisms in cloud platforms is basically about the auto-scaling, where resources are automatically increased or decreased depending upon the workload or the demand. However, traditional auto-scaling methods mainly depend on the static threshold policies, such as CPU utilization limits. Once these limits get exhausted, sometimes your website will get hang or sometimes it won't respond. So my approach for this was basically, so I made a different kind of AI DAS, which is AI-driven data analysis service. So as a result from this, there were various issues which were from the traditional methods, such as delayed reactions, unnecessary resource allocation, and increased operational cost. So therefore, the objective of our work is to develop an intelligent reinforcement learning based auto scaling framework that can dynamically adapt to workload variations in real time. So moving forward, so literature survey or related work. In the existing research, several types of auto scaling approaches have been proposed. Rule-based scaling methods are simple, but they are highly reactive and inefficient under dynamic workload. So machine learning methods such as long short-term memory and ARIMA attempt to predict future workload, but they can still lack adaptability in rapidly changing environments. So previously, reinforcement learning approaches improved auto adaptability, but often focused on limited optimization objectives. So to address this limitation, we propose an AI dash which uses reinforcement learning for adaptive multi-objective auto-scaling method. So moving forward, so this is the basically our the proposed AI dash framework. So it basically consists of monitoring module, a reinforcement learning agent, a scaling controller, and the cloud environment. So the monitoring module continuously collects cloud metrics such as CPU utilization, CPU length, and request arrival rate. These metrics are converted into system rate and passed to reinforcement learning agent. The reinforcement learning agent implemented using deep Q learning or DQN determines the optical scaling actions. So this scaling controller then executes the scaling decision, either scaling in, scaling out, or maintaining the current state. Finally, the environment returns a reward based on the system's performance, which helps the reinforcement learning agent continuously improve its policy. So this was basically our most model. So moving forward, it is the MDP formulation. It is basically about the Markov decision process. So basically, these were the five components such as state space, action space, reward function, and transition probability and discount factor. So there's nothing much to explain here, but this MDP Markov Darkos framework formulation allows the reinforcement learning agent to learn optimal long-term scaling policies through continuous interactions with the environment. So next was the reinforcement learning methods which were used. So it was a DQN combines a reinforcement learning with the neural networks to estimate optimal actions for different cloud state. So the main optimization goals were minimizing response time, reducing operational cost, and avoiding SLA violation. SLA stands for service level agreement. So this is the workflow. This is an algorithm workflow for DQN auto scaling. So the next time is the experimental setup. In the experimental setup, to evaluate the proposed frameworks, we were using Cloud Sim. So Cloud Sim simulation performed, which generated multiple workload patterns, including periodic workloads, flash crowd spikes, and random workload noise. For comparison, we used traditional threshold-based autoscaler or TBAS and as the baseline model. So the finally, which we got the values were about VM value ranges from 1 to 20, SLA threshold was of 2 seconds, learning rate of 0.001, and discount factor was of 0.99. So basically, this is the final result which we got. So from our proposed system, the response time comparison between AI DAS and the traditional TBAS approach was we observed that proposed AI DAS framework maintains a much more stable response time even during certain workload spike. In contrast, TBAS react slowly because of its reactive threshold-based behavior. So average response time achieved by our system was 1.48 seconds, whereas the traditional TBAS system achieved around 1.95 seconds. This demonstrates that reinforcement learning significantly improves quality of service and adapt faster to dynamic workloads. So this is the numerical comparisons. So final, this is the just data which we got as the final summarizes the overall performance improvements achieved by AI DAS. AI DAS remained very close to the target response time of 1.5 seconds, while TBAS crossed the SLA threshold of 2 seconds. So 75% utilization was for AI DAS and compared to only 55% for TBAS. This indicates that a reinforcement learning agent successfully eliminates unnecessary over-provisioning and allocates resources more efficiently. So this is the final slide on conclusion. To conclude this work presented as AI DAS, the reinforcement learning based cloud auto scaling framework. By formulating this auto scaling as an MDP, and the implementing a DQN based learning model, the system was able to dynamically optimize performance, operational cost, and SLA compliance. The experimental evaluation demonstrated was lower response time, 28% it has reduced the cost, and it has given fewer 65% lower SLA violation compared to traditional threshold based methods. Overall, the proposed framework provides a more adaptive and efficient solution for modern cloud environment. Thank you for your time and attention.
Yeah. Thank you, Ketan. Very nice presentation.
Okay, sir.
Ketan, you use in your research RL agent select action. So can
Yes,
you
sir.
define it?
Reinforcement learning agent.
RL agent select action you use.
Yes, sir.
So briefly, you can define it.
Sir, basically the reinforcement learning agent is used was for cloud auto scaling because it is basically reinforcement learning agent is auto scaling sequential decision making problems where actions which were taken at the current time will affect the future time performance and operational costs. So to reduce that performance, to reduce the performance, any consequence which can occur during the performance. So to manage it properly, I have used reinforcement learning agent.
Okay.
Thank you, Ketan. Next is paper ID 574. Paper ID 574 is present.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay, so start, share your screen and start your presentation.
Okay, sir.
Nishad, please share your screen.
The screen is visible?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Myself is Nishad Mushek. So the topic of our project, my project article is predictive modeling of intraocular lens biocompatibility and surgical risk using artificial intelligence. Just a minute. Sir, in your screen, it is visible presentation?
Yes, yes, it is visible.
Hello?
Yes, this is visible.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay. So like intraocular lens, also called as IOLs, are these are implanted inside the eye when mostly during in cataract surgeries. So in like India, mostly the surgery happen like generally where cataract surgery is like mostly happening for restoring the like vision of the patient. So for successful implementation, the lens material must be highly compatible with the eye tissue. However, testing the biocompatibility using traditional laboratory and clinical method is expensive and very time consuming, and it is like sometimes unreliable. Recent developments in artificial intelligence and machine learning allows to analyze material properties, patient biometrics and surgical data to predict the biocompatibility and surgical risk more efficiently. This helps in selecting safer and more suitable intraocular lenses for patients. So the objectives are The main objective are like to collect and analyze patient biometrical, clinical, and IOL related data. It consists of clinical data, also chemical data also. Plus, to develop an AI-based model for predicting intraocular lens biocompatibility, to assess surgical risk before lens implantation, to evaluate the performance of proposed model using appropriate validation matrices. We also have like it uses explainable AI to give for better explanation. Mm. So in literature review, we studied existing AI-based approaches used in ophthalmology, modern formulas such as Kane, Hill, RBF. Studies also shows that hydrophobic acrylic lenses have lower risk of posterior capsule opacification compared to hydrophilic lens. Like hydrophobic having less complexity after the surgery, but hydrophilic having more complexity. Then we went to propose framework. In propose framework, where data is collection where we gather patient biometric data, clinical history, IOL material characteristic, and surgical details. After that, we use feature processing where data is normalized, missing values are handled, and categorical feature are encoded. Is the hybrid. Then XGBoost is used for analyzing biocompatibility, random forest predict posterior surgical risk. Then explainable AI for using shape analysis. The feature like we use to check for post surgical risks. We check a lens's surface roughness, polymer type, wettability, protein binding, edge design. These features directly supports to biocompatibility of the lenses. Second are the patient. Second views patient features like age, because if age is if age is above 60, 65, then the complexity of that lens that will increase of post problems of that will increase. Then surgical feature including incision with and capsulorhexis details use. Then in result, the machine learning model achieved high accuracy in predicting the IOL biocompatibility. Learning models such as XGBoost and Random Forest perform better than traditional statistical methods. Explainable AI analysis showed that surface property and surgical outcomes. Uh, this is the actual website, sir. Which actually I also am working on the same project. So this is the actual website in which we have to fill the patient details, patient data, material features, and then we will get the result. For that we will get a biocompatibility 88.5. That is, it is like more good biocompatibility, like this lens the patient can use. Then and these are some graph to understand the lens biocompatibility. These are generalized data. So in conclusion, Predictive modeling using artificial intelligence can significantly improve intraocular lens biocompatibility prediction and surgical risk assessment. By combining patient biometric, surgical detail, and material properties, our framework help reduce complication and improve post-operative outcomes. AI-based decision support can assist to ophthalmologists in selecting the most suitable lens for each patient, leading to safer surgeries and better patient satisfaction. In future, larger dataset and advanced AI technique can further enhance the accuracy and reliability of such a system. These are the references I used in introduction. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Nishad.
Nishant, what is your sample size of your research?
For sample, I have to take, sir, like for lens data, I have also taken, and like sir, the previous operation which are done. So I have taken that data to get the better accuracy for future. And I have take the patient plus the lanes which are using, that will also the board data I have taken for better accuracy.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Nishad. So next paper ID is 588.
588 present. Paper ID 589.
588 is ready, sir.
588.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you can share your screen and start your work.
Yes,
Please
sir. Yes, sir.
summarize your work within 5 to 6 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
Late.
Okay, sir. Okay. Sharing the screen, sir. Okay. Sir, is my screen is visible, sir?
Yes, it is visible.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, respected session chairs and our dear co-faculty members and researchers. Myself and Shivaram Krishna Prasad. I'm a research scholar from Samhita School of Engineering. Under the guidance of my professor, Sarvanand sir, I'm here to present my research paper that is entitled Non-Invasive Stacking of Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy Using Urine Extracellular Vascular Spectra. So here, what is the main theme of going with this objective is to identify the earliest stages of this Duchenne muscular dystrophy. DMD, we used to call it as DMD. So what is the actually DMD is? DMD is a progressive genetic disorder affecting the muscles. Okay, so here we are going to identify the early stages of the disease and to help the doctors to predict the disease and to give the treatment, better treatment to the children. Actually, this type of disease is going to be affected in the early stages of the children. So we have to predict this in the early stages. So what is the traditional way of collecting the information related to the disease is related to the muscle biopsy and blood test and MRI scans we used to follow. Okay, so actually what is happening with this during the collection of this data from the patients is these methods that are being used for collecting the DMD related information is expensive because blood test and MRI scans of biopsy, muscle biopsy are very expensive and they are not repeatable and only we cannot collect this information. So to overcome these limitations, we investigated whether this urine extracellular vessels can provide useful disease information. So from that we started our research. So we started collecting the extracellular vessels, the information, tiny particles related to the cells that contains the proteins, lipids and the genetic material. So which is going to be helpful for our analysis purpose. So using this Raman and infrared spectroscopy, so we have obtained some molecular fingerprints from the urine samples and we have fed those information to the machine learning models such as XGBoost random forest, MLP, and support vector emissions in KNN. Among all the models, so we observed that XGBoost is going to be achieved the maximum performances, the best performances with an accuracy level of 93.6. So so what is actually the DMT and how it is going to be effective and what are the challenges in this disease is the patients are going to have some symptoms. They are identified by using this difficulty in walking, frequent falls, muscle weaknesses, and loss of this mobility, respiratory complications, and cardiac complications. All these have been identified in the patients. These are all some of the symptoms that have been seen in the DMD type of disease patients. So these current methods are not efficient and they are not regularly, we cannot collect this data because they are expensive. So that's why we prefer to this urine extracellular vesicles information so that we can able to get this information very repeatedly from the patient without any expenses like that. Okay, so we have done some research here in this part. So we have observed that before developing our system, we reviewed this research with this Raman spectrography, and we have achieved the accuracies between 85 to 90%. Biochemical challenges have been observed. So, and this surface enhanced Raman spectrum, we used to call it as SERS, SERS. Okay, so this is also going to give some promising results, and we are going to have some information that we have observed from this search, but it is not that much effective. They are going to have some noise informations and all. So and comparing these two, we plan to go for a new AI based approach which can able to extract the information from the patient data. So we prefer to this plasma evolutions as well as XGBoost, the most ensemble based machine learning algorithms which can help you to give the best results. So what is the major work that we have identified in the early stages of identifying the diseases? What is the problem is we are going to address this using these three major challenges. So first, the current DMD significant methods are invasive. They are not able to extract the information in a sequence way, in a collective way, in a progressive way. We are unable to extract. Next, patient or no validated information is being provided. So we started regular collection of this urinal based data from the for diagnosis of DMD. Third, there is no systematic comparisons of multiple machine learning models on this urine extracellular vessels. So we started investigating this, importing into the machine learning models. So next, the proposed work is concentrated on majorly the XGBoost model.
Conclude within 1 minute.
Sir?
Please conclude soon.
Conclude. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, sir. So, based on this, we have collected this data among applied on the 14 sets, and we have collected each fold. We have collected some 14 rounds, and we have collected nearly some 10,000 plus of data sets have been analyzed. Among all this, we have achieved this 93.60 is the best accuracy level that has been achieved through the XGBoost. Okay, and here we can just make this method to be incorporated to the next AI-based models, which can able to help you to extract information from the gate signals also. We can able to extract this data collecting from multiple vast number of users. And we can integrate to the gate signals, and we can just able to have a comparison in a better way, and we can achieve this in a very short time. We can able to predict the disease so that we can able to make the patients to get aware of this DMD criteria of diseases, and also doctors can able to take the right decisions. Right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ramaji. Do you want to say? No question. Thank you, Ramaji.
Sir, any questions?
No, sir. No.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Next is paper ID 589. Paper ID 589 is available.
Paper ID 610. Paper ID 610.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Ritika.
Yes, sir. This is Rintika from KSR College of Technology. My ID number is 589.
Okay. Please share your screen.
Can I share my? Yeah. Sure, sir.
Yes, start your presentation. Share your screen.
Yeah. 1 minute, sir. Sir, can you see my screen, sir?
Yes, you are visible. Your slide is visible.
Yes, sir. So, good afternoon. So, good evening, sir. I'm Rintika from KS Rangasamy College of Technology. So, my project topic is best virtual therapist for mental well-being monitoring and assistance. So, first, I'll give about the overview of the project, what we are doing. So, it is about the mental health chatbot. So nowadays people are facing more kind of stress, anxiety, and depression in this time. So we will develop a chatbot, so in which people can ask for any when they feel very lonely or any kind of when they want any support apart from the colleagues or people like that. If they are not helping in kind of in low situation, they can just type they can use the chatbot for the day to day time. So it is developed by using NLP. So we are using NLP because it can understand the humans emotions and what are they feeling like that. So in this previous model they used Serena. So it is the Serena. Why we are using NLP is it's advanced and it can detect the human emotions, and it can give the emotional support to the human being. So we developed the AI virtual based therapist, sir. Then so it can first of all we just type the text to the a mental chatbot. First it analyzes what the stable what how the person is in what kind of health conditions the person is there, if he's happy or sad, or if he's stressed or in moderate stage, or if he's in kind of suicide thoughts or like that. So it just verify okay what kind of health situation is that. So it gives the emotional support to the user. Like if he's in low means okay it provides that kind of support. In kind of very high situations, it provides the mental support and also give medication related medication related queries, and also provides a yoga meditation and gives some tips about that. And also it also shows the hospital if he's more than uh, very in severe distress means it recommends the hospital recommendation also, by recommending the nearby mental health clinics like that, sir. So it provides so it's also a safety purpose. So it is very easy for the user to handle in case of using the mental health chatbot. So the existing system what we used is I told that NLP we used. So in that it detects the human emotions very easily and it reply accordingly. Apart from the previous just apart from the previous system as Serena, sir. So we propose the system using NLP and BERT techniques. So it identifies the human conditions also. It also classifies the how the person in mental state or what kind of mental state he is, and it also gives the recommendation of the person or if he's stable or not. Then after that, if he is in more severe distress, it shows the nearby clinics or therapist, and also gives the recommended location also. Okay, for the technologies we are using or AI we used with the help of in case of using developing the AI chatbot we use AI, and apart from that we use the NLP processing and BERT technology, and and it also a web based application to we use to build the like it is also act as a therapist system for it. It also act as a therapist and also as a user friendly to the user sir. system architecture we have used. Okay, user interface, web application. So the text of the user and what kind of state he is, and with the state it gets classified if it's in mental state or normal state or any high level state, high severe state, or gets classified. And based on that, it gives the risk assessment. If it goes more severe, it shows the geo hospital recommendation we connected through geolocation API. So and also connects to the database privacy module, sir, and it shows the hospital recommendation. These are the hardware requirements and software requirements we are using the front end. And front end we use Python in local storage and API for geolocation. We used geolocation API, and we designed through Python and also NLP and BERT algorithms. Okay. So, okay. This is the user interaction module. How they are using their first, they can actually and easily they can text just a text only. They can feel the emotional support. It also it acts as an emotional support by verifying how the person, people, how they're feeling like that. And it how the text is going to pre-processing means it removes all the unnecessary symbols, stop words, irrelevant data like that. And it also convert the user input into a structured format for accurate processing, because we want to understand the actual text. So it removes all of the unnecessary symbols like that. So after the removing it by using the bird classification module, it detects what is the person is at what state. It is an usual or an extra at a hard situation or a normal state like that. So it detects it detects the physiological state of the person. And then it recommends what how, if it is a low level means it gives some of the tips and some of the motivations to do. And kind of severe means it gives the geological hospitals or something like that.
Please conclude, Usman. It's already too late.
Yeah, okay. Okay, see, this is the performance comparison. How we are having a stable supports recommendations. If it's mid stress means emotional support and guidance. Moderate stress means enhanced coping recommendations. Or if it goes severe means like that. And it gives that kind of geological location app, geological API. By using geological API, it gives the nearby recommendation for a hospital regarding. So it's the conclusion, sir.
Thank you, Ritika. Very good.
Yeah. Yeah, sir. Hello.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ritika. No question.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Next is paper ID 610. 610.
Chocolate.
Paper ID 610.
सर किस रेंज में देंगे नंबर 5 से 8 के बीच में
वही 5 से 8 के बीच में ही दिया है 6 7 8
तो ट्रैवल को लगा था तो 8 मेरा तो ये है
दो गए हैं एक के 509 और एक 521
5096
509 और 521 ये 8 के रेंज में गए बाकी 466 तो 518 बाकी शुरू
509
509 के नंबर दिया 521 को भी दिया
हाँ 509 का ही है ये फोकस वाला है
इसमें हम देंगे बेस्ट प्रेजेंटेशन करना देना है क्या अपना बेस्ट अवार्ड देना है
वो नहीं हमको सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा
अच्छा सर्टिफिकेट देंगे
वो आएंगे अभी, ये एचएनएफसी वाले आएंगे, मतलब आपको सर्टिफिकेट देंगे।
ये दो 509 है और एक 521, ये दो है, बाकी तो सब 6 5 6 7 6 7 है। तो इधर नंबरिंग लिखते हैं। इसमें से किसी का पॉइंट बढ़ाना है, पॉइंट किसी का कम करना है, पॉइंट कभी मिला क्या करें, एक 509 और एक 521, तुम्हें किसका अच्छा लगा किससे ना तुम्हें
इसका लेकर मैं ज्यादा लिखता हूँ ध्यान की बारे में।
509 और 502 का सुना था।
502 वाला मैं लिख सकता हूँ, ये वाला पीएचडी कर रहा था,
पीएचडी कर रहे थे, ये भी पीएचडी कर रहे थे।
अच्छा